All right, I think we're live here. Just a little late. It's Boston 3, Miami 3, 11:10 to go. Tatum play makes out to White in the left corner. It takes it down to the hoop and puts up a spin, lays it up and in. Vincent's taking the ball up the court, guarded by Brown. The score is 5-3, Boston to Miami here. Over to Strus, Adebayo, down to Jimmy against Tatum in the left block, and they've gone to tip-off. Unbelievable. What is going on? I don't know. Yeah, I finally did it. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Rich. They've gone to tip-off. It's Shaq and Ernie and Kenny and Chuck talking, so I'm sure that was a little mistake on their end, which is great. Finally got my own show, and TNT's showing me the South Beach Bay, looks like. So, great. They might be in timeout, though. Nope. We've gone to an ad. Rich, as you can see in the comments, is not going to be able to make it, at least in the beginning. But I'll... which is this? Oh, I'm using the wrong background. Oh, dang it. Let's see. Let's see the... You're right, I am using the wrong one. It says Miami Game 3. That's Game 3, Game 2, Game 4. Okay. Here, I'll fix that in 2 seconds, Rich. Or maybe a little longer than that, but you know what I mean. Still on an ad break. I think the same game's still going on, which is pretty upsetting. But what can you do? Okay. So, let me go back to settings here. Virtual background. Delete that. Make this new one. There we go. This is, in fact, Game 4, as you can see. Yeah. Well, hey, man, it happens. I have no idea what's going on. Gotta grab the remote here real quick. See if I can figure out what on earth. See if I can figure out what on earth is going on, because they're still playing ads, and I think the game's still happening. So that kind of, it's not the best, honestly. A little frustrating, but all good. See if I can put on a different channel. Something. Oh, okay. Finally, it's back to the game. So, Butler, it's now 10-6 Miami. I have no idea what happened. Butler went easily down the lane for a layup. There was just absolutely no resistance whatsoever on that one. And he's talking to somebody, too. White, Derek White, playmaking. Jaylen Brown in the lane, lost the ball twice. Passed it out to Horford in the right corner. 3, in and out. Bam. Doing a little Draymond and taking the ball up the court, or a little Jokic if you're watching that game last night. Ridiculous feed into Love, who almost made it, but it's 5-on-4. Celtics, they find Derek White in the right corner, puts up 3. Exact same result, but Tatum gets the offensive rebound, puts it up and in, wants the call, but runs back down the court. It's 12-8 Miami. That's Gabe Vincent crossing over and taking Marcus Smart to the hoop, putting it off the glass. Nice and easy. 12-10. Spoelstra's looking at the time. Probably wondering if he is going to make or I'm wondering if he's planning on making a substitution here with about 7:15 to go. Jaylen Brown rejected at the hoop, gets the ball back, but smacks it out of bounds. It's Heat ball. Now it was rejected by Butler, and he was reaching for it, but off his fingertips out of bounds. Butler taking the ball up against Jason Tatum. Over to Bam, being guarded by Al Horford. Back to Butler, being guarded by Tatum. He's backing him up. Nice little spin move. Pump fake, spin again, fade away. It's money. That's Jimmy Butler. He's good at that. He's just got great post footwork, man. Marcus Smart on the left wing, over to Tatum at the top of the key. Tatum lost the ball. Butler versus Smart. There are 3 Celtics, so he backs it up. There's 19 on the clock. Finds Kevin Love, who puts up a 3. Nope. Tatum, aggressive rebound over to Brown. Taking the ball up the court. It's 2-on-5 for a second there. Now the rest of the Celtics get down. Tatum pump fake, drive left. Tried to do the little Michael Jordan, I'm going to turn around and then go right back to the hoop, but he dribbled it off his foot. Heat ball. And this is just that's just a Jordan, Kobe, Kawhi-like shot there from KD-like shot there from Jimmy Butler. He's a great player, man. He's a great player. Oh, okay. So Rich is going to stay in the comments here and going to try and find someplace with a requisite Wi-Fi to be able to join us. Hopefully, if we can do that, because it's just not the same without you, Rich. It's not the same without you. Are you rooting for the Heat, Nicole? I know your husband is. Just say comments. Let's see. It's a commercial break again. I think this one's actually real. So, Jokic deserved the MVP so bad. I think I agree with you. I don't think he cared, which is awesome, because it doesn't. It's kind of just a popularity contest, And this same exact thing happened with Giannis. Giannis won 2 in a row, and people said, well, can we really vote? This guy's never made the finals 3 straight, and then they didn't, and then he won the title that year. Not to make a prediction about what's going to happen even in this game, right? But that is what happened with Giannis the year he won the title. So by default, you kind of have to. Well, that's true love right there. I guess by default, I have to root for your team. I've been there before too. I mean, I think either of these teams would be crazy. The Nuggets obviously have kind of dominated the West. I think they've only had one series that went to even 6 games. So they only have 3 losses so far in the entire postseason, and they beat what I still consider to be a very, very good Lakers team. That had a chance to win all 4 of those games, and the Nuggets just totally outplayed them. They just out-executed them at the end, and that they proved that they can play defense at the highest level, which is not something that statistically you would have seen, but clearly they have it in their they have the capability of doing that, at least in the playoff setting where they're, every game is super high value. I'm not sure they would do that the whole regular season. Maybe they would, maybe they won't. But no, I didn't see anything like that. Nicole, I would love to hear what he said though. I was running around trying to get everything set up like I normally am, and I was born a little late. I was like 2 weeks late, and I've been late, it seems, to everything since then. So, as per usual, I was late here. What did he say though? What did Steph say in the interview? We are back. It's tied 12-12, 6:03 to go. I believe Bam got fouled. Horford is coming out of the game, putting in Robert Williams, who I might have started, honestly. But I understand they want the spacing and everything. But the Heat have something that the Warriors really, really could have used this year, which is nobody cares if they start. Nobody cares if they come off the bench. As long as it's as Kevin Love hits a very easy corner three set up by Gabe Vincent. And they left Smart wide open and finds Brown for the right corner three. But what I was going to say is these Heat players, as Gabe Vincent drains the answer, 18-15 now on the left wing, these Heat players and teams just totally play together. Like, Bam, stole the alley-oop to Robert Williams. I'll wait till a timeout, I guess, to finish that point. I'll just call the game. Bam loses dribble, picks it up, gives it to Jimmy, who's directing the offense. Loves setting a screen to Butler's left. He was looking at something but decided to pull back. Gave it out to Strus, back to Butler, 4-3-2 for 3. Nope. Tatum, another aggressive rebound. Pushing the ball up the court, up to Jaylen Brown. Out to Derek White. Right corner 3. Nope. Rebound Butler. Taking the ball up the court. 4:35 to go. There's an off-ball foul on Marcus Smart, who fouled Bam Adebayo. Yes, he's put his hands on his knees. Upset with the call, maybe a little tired. So just quickly, the Heat playing together the way they are with seemingly, I know Butler's kind of psycho, but it doesn't seem like anybody really has the ego issue on the Heat. At least they're not showing it on the court right now. It's all just about how do we work together as a team to win. And had the Warriors played that way all season, or if the Warriors play that way all season next season, I mean, we can play a lot better than we did. Cody Zeller loses the ball. It turns out to be a beautiful pass for a little Butler floater up and in. Right, the Kareem Award. Yep, my man Wardell with 2 awards. And here comes Max Strus with a breakaway dunk. Timeout. Joe Maz. The Heat fans are giving a little Larry Bird towel wave. Or I guess that's above their heads, so it's a little different. But Celtics still playing cool, calm, which might help if it's a close game in the fourth, but it's not going to help if they can't get their energy going in the first half. So somebody needs to pick it up here a little bit for the C's. Otherwise, looks like the Heat have the momentum on their side. I'll try and look at it when I have a little bit, maybe halftime or something. Oh, Rich, I've been warning everybody about using rechargeable earphones. There's no reason. All you need is a cable to plug it into your phone, and yet Apple took that off. Whatever. But gonna enter StreamYard a little bit, but be off screen. Okay, I'll keep a lookout for you, Rich. Let me know what you want to do. Yeah, I mean, assuming Miami does win this series eventually, those are probably going to be the Finals MVPs. I don't think it'll be a Bam Adebayo or something, and I can maybe see Murray, um, you know, um, having a chance, but I don't think they're going to do that to Jokic. Um, and Curry probably prevented that from happening again for quite some time with all the noise about the 2015 stuff. As much as I'm happy that Andre Iguodala is a surefire Hall of Famer because of it. Well, there's rumors. LeBron just came off a very emotional, very exhausting game. We can talk about this more when we're not in between, or not watching commercials in between the game. But you know, um, uh, I don't know. I mean, he'd retire and then what, and then come we'd create cap space, or what, he'd demand a trade or something. I don't know. So, um, well, who started the rumor is the Lakers losing and the Warriors being out. You know, that's where everyone's mind went. Hey, what if? And then some people started writing about it. I'm sure. And oh, Nicole's given us a link, which oh, please splash the like button. Please splash the like button here. Let's see, how many do we have now? Oh no, that can't be. We got 45 people watching and 14 likes. I know Rich isn't here, but man, come on now. Who wins tonight? Oh, Rich has put up a poll in the chat. Yes, he's allowing you to predict, so I'd take advantage of that opportunity. I'm going to say Boston keeps their season alive one more game. I don't know. Anyway, who was that? Derek White took a three, I think. Or no, that was Malcolm Brogdon. I'm sorry. And Kyle Lowry. I need to get back to the game commentary here. Kyle Lowry gets fouled, and then talks to the refs. Yep, Lowry hooked him, and Tatum then kind of heavy-handed him to the floor. Anyway, 3:13 to go. Miami 22, Boston 18. Butler trying to inbound finds Vincent, I believe, here over Lowry. Zeller, Butler in the left wing, driving middle, has Robert Williams third on him. Takes it into the lane. Little soft jump hook, no good. Tatum gets smacked in the face on the rebound. It's Celtics ball, 2:59 to go. Yeah, it does help. Oh, it was Zeller trying to pick Tatum's nose, it looked like on that one, which that can't be a pleasant experience. 7 foot, 200-pound, 250, 60-pound bald dude trying to pick your nose. Celtics a little sloppy, but out of bounds, tipped out by Butler. 2:44 to go. I think it does give Miami confidence, but it also could just give them a little bit of the Celtics. I mean, a little bit of motivation, like, well, we can't go out like that, you know. Anyway, Tatum sidestep three, little fadeaway, rattled around the rim and out. Butler rebound, drafting traffic on the right wing. There's an off-ball foul. Zeller and Grant Williams Grant Williams is perplexed on the floor. Zeller is typically silent and just goes back to wherever he's supposed to be on the court. Gomez looking fairly calm, to be honest. Yeah, Grant Williams trying to take a charge off ball, but they call it against him. Zeller has the first free throw roll around and go down. It's now 23-18. Miami up by 5. 2:29 to go. It's the second. 24-18. Brogdon will be taking the ball up the court. A lot of Celtics guys are saying that Brogdon is more of a shoot-first player. And he almost throws the ball away, but Grant Williams saves it out to Time Lord. Left corner three for Smott. Nope. Butler taking the ball up the court. Nice little behind the pack dribble to get everything set up. Fakes like he's going for a screen. Down to the left block. Pump fake. Puts it up. Robert Williams the third. Time Lord blocks it. Yep, it's just nice timing on that jumper right there. Of course, Jimmy Butler doesn't care. It's not going to affect him one bit. Inbound. Lowry to Butler, left wing. 9 on the clock, on the shot clock, I mean. Little hesitation. Fade away. Put up the sort of fade away floater, one-handed. No good, but draws a foul. Going to the line. And LG. You and LGW? Oh, no, don't even say that, please, Reg. It would be peace on earth. Yeah. We will get to that, TRL. We'll get to that when we have a little break in action here. I believe Butler hit both free throws. I was distracted by comments there for a second. Marcus Smart trying to play make over to Brown. Beautiful bullet pass into Time Lord for dunk. That's a aspect of Jaylen Brown's game, which I would like to see expanded a little bit more. Just he's not high turnover, but he's not high assists either. So I've been saying that for a couple years now. And let's see. Butler ran over into the corner and did a little flip handoff to Caleb Martin for 3. It's 29-20. Brown is playmaking. Robert Williams coming over to set the screen, which he kind of slips. Brown passes it to again. Stolen. Heat running up court. Oh, it's stolen. They throw it to the center who tries to dribble the ball to the hoop. Lowry fouls him. He goes up for the reverse. No good, but he's going to the line for 2. And Lowry gives him a little pat on the back saying, not trying to hurt you, big fella. Oh, I don't know. I mean, anything that would help us win championships, I think. Dude's not a criminal or something. Like, you know what I mean? Time Lord misses the first. He's a great player. So, I don't know. I don't think I complain. Although, I would want Steph to still set the example for what the team is like. I'll agree with you on that. But these are why we don't even know if he wants to play next year, Time Lord hits the second. 29-21. With 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Lowry slowly taking the ball up the court. Playmaking Butler. Slip screen. Lowry takes 3. Nope. Celtics looks like they're probably not going for the 2-for-1 here. They're just going to drain the clock out as much as they can. It's about a 7-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Tatum, I think, took the ball to the hoop. Oh, Grant Williams. Okay, so Tatum took the ball to the hoop, lost it. I believe Time Lord got it, threw it out for a 3, and then Grant Williams got the offensive rebound. Was foul going up, so he will shoot 2. See, here's a thing for any of you young kids hoping to make the league. Yeah, it was Brown who took that 3 and hesitated a little bit, strangely. But if you get the ball in the post, especially, and it's crowded, do not bring the ball down. Don't do that little dribble. Keep the ball either around here with your elbows out, right, or go straight up. Hopefully with 2 hands, actually. But yeah, you don't want to. They're actually showing the replay right here. Grant had the wide open layup, but he dribbled. He brought the ball down, which incidentally, something that Pau Gasol was incredible. He never brought the ball down. He just went straight up. They are reviewing something, I think maybe a flagrant, because Lowry kind of smacked Williams in the head. I think he was going for the ball. Lowry seems to have a little pain in that left knee too, I think. He's holding back a grimace, which of course is very unfortunate to see, because the Heat they're just showing Tyler Hero with his purple fishing cap and his pajamas. I don't know what those clothes are. But anyway, looks like everything's fine. Grant hit the first free throw. And it's just a regular free throw, no flagrant or technical or anything like that. And I don't have the sound on so that there's no distraction for you guys. But so I'm just trying to piece together from what I'm seeing what they're talking about. Well, Grant Williams hits the second. Inbound the ball. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Lowry for 3. Nope. Tip by Zeller. Nope. And that'll end the first quarter. So, Wardell, not only does he win the basketball, Professional Basketball Writers Association award with the J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award, which has been given out since 1974. It's the first time a Dub has ever won it. But also the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Award. Is that good, Amy? Thank you. I'm maybe talking to the other dean. I don't know. But I believe the Ravens will win. Isn't that a football team? I don't think they're playing right now, right? Anyway, awesome news that Steph got recognized again for his wonderful, contributions to the community, to disadvantaged kids and bring kids into sports. Of course, Aisha, his wife, Aisha Curry, is vital to that as well. So it's just excellent seeing Steph get recognized for being such a great leader, teammate. he's really the exemplar, of what uh, of what you want any person whose skill gets recognized and greatly rewarded. Um, they carry a responsibility um, to either try to be a good role model or I guess admit that they're not. But sports sports brings people so much intensity and energy, I think, because it is a fight, but it's a fight that's really between equals. It's between opponents who respect one another. And I've said it before, but it's way better than more, man. You know, it's actually glorious in the playoffs, or terrible defeats, but you're not destroyed. No matter what happens, like all these teams are going to come back and try and be better, and some of them will, some of them won't. And yeah, so Coach Maz getting interviewed here. Got Maz versus Spo, coaching wise. People, some Celtics, some Boston people were trying to figure out what movies Coach Mazzulla should watch 4 times a week instead of The Town. And just in case you didn't know, he did say I watch The Town 4 times a week, which is I had never really even heard of the movie. Apparently, it's about a bunch of Boston guys robbing a bank. But anyway, we're back to the action. Horford hits a left corner three. It's 31-26. 11:18 to go. Butler taking the ball up the court. Over to Martin. Pass it to Lowry. Robinson's out there. They throw an alley-oop to Bam. That was Lowry throwing it to Bam, and he throws it down, 33-26. And the Heat haven't really gotten a huge lead here, but the Celtics can't seem to close the deficit. And there was just an isolation reverse layup that missed. Butler is standing like a statue on the left wing. Finally decides to move, gets Tatum on him, reverses into a post-up, goes to the right, feeds Lowry, who gives it back to Jimmy, back to Lowry, little Steph Curry, Kevon Looney style, but Lowry's not Steph, so it misses. Not too bad, but it did miss. Brogdon going down the lane, misses a right-handed layup. Jimmy Butler sees his name in the ads, so no, doesn't go up for the shot. Throws it way back out to the three-point line. Over to Bam, little handoff for Robinson for three, no good. Tatum playmaking over to Horford in the left wing. That's his second in a row. Second made three in a row that he's taken. It's 33-29. And I think that's Horford's dad. Might be. If not, please forgive me. I'm not sure who that was then. Butler working on Derek White into the mid-range. Made a shot, but it doesn't count. There's an offensive foul, I believe, on Bam Adebayo. Here, Coach Spo, dropping some knowledge, dropping some truth bombs from his truth planes. Anyway, Celtics have it. Over to Tatum passes Brogdon. Brogdon back to Tatum. Does a little spin. Does another spin. Goes to the hole. And they called an offensive foul or maybe traveling. Yeah, I think they called a travel there. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Very. Thank you, Nicole. Anyway, Butler is sizing it up. Passes over to Martin, who hits the deck and is grabbing his elbow. Grant Williams is extremely angry with that call, saying that Martin, well, we're seeing the replay, kind of tried to headbutt Grant in a sensitive area. So I guess I can understand the frustration. It's side out, inbound to Gabe Vincent, who's getting doubled, working on first Williams, then on Derek White. Takes it to the hoop against Horford and gets fouled. He'll be going to the line shooting too, I believe. Oh, let's let them put the time and score back up instead of showing these ads for 30 seconds. Well, Vincent misses a free throw. It's 33-29, still 8:48 to go in the second quarter. I'm not sure who they're showing on the sideline there. I'm sure some of you do, though. Vincent, second free throw, it's good. 34-29. 5-point game. White crosses half court over to Williams, over to Tatum, over to Horford, puts up another three. No good. But Derek White, offensive rebound, put it back up and in, and one. They'll be going to the line. It's 34 Heat, 31 Celtics. Better support. Well, White hit the second free throw here. 34. Okay, Gabe Vincent rattles around in and out. Three, but no good. White feeds Tatum, who goes strong to the hoop. Finally, look for contact, JT. He's just not. Lots of times he doesn't do that. It is all tied up, and the Heat fans are sitting down, surprisingly. Thought they would be standing up for this run, but the Heat lose the ball. Derek White takes it down court. Into the free throw line feeds Grant Williams for three. Celtics have the lead, 37-34. Timeout Spo. Yeah, and the crowd just sitting down. I can't hear them, obviously, but not a lot of movement. And that's just a nice, simple concentrate the defense around the paint on a fast break and hit up Trailer, who should be right behind you. And Grant Williams is ready for the ball. Yeah. Oh, who are you guys saying looked bigger? Like they added many silent periods in these games, I'd imagine. Well, look, if LeBron does want to come to the Warriors, well, I'd be happy because I think it'll help win Steph championships. But again, I there'd have to be an acceptance of the Warriors' philosophy. You know what I mean? But I think LeBron's been much better in LA, really, than I didn't watch him that much in Miami. I was in England part of the time too, so it's kind of hard watching the games at 4 o'clock in the morning when you have school 6 days a week. But Cleveland was just not the most competent organization, you know. So I don't know. I was kind of sad hearing that he was thinking about retiring. I mean, it just, God, I was 9 years old, I think, maybe 8 years old. His first season in the league. I'm 27, and so it's just a little wild, you know. Oh, right, highlight comments. I've just never done it before, so uh, you know what? Punt intended. What does that mean? Oh, getting some uh, well, yeah, but that's how you win, though, right, Nicole? Like JK. Ah, okay. Let's see. We'll show that one. All right. Please, please splash a like. Ah, see? Rich is like, oh, Dylan or Dean, whatever my name is. Uh, you help drive up the the views, and without you on here, Rich, we only got 28 people watching, man. So, you know, kind of needs to be the duo of us, I think. But please splash a like if you are watching. Um, it helps the channel out a lot, and if it's your first time, there's this guy named Rich who's on here most of the time. It is his channel, and he's the hardest working reporter in the NBA, I'd say. Definitely for Dub Nation. Um, and yeah, it's just not the same without you here, Rich. Anyway, Celtics missed a little bit of that game looking through the comments there, but the Celtics got an offensive rebound and put it up and in. I don't quite remember which player it was. Might have been Horford, maybe. Um, anyway, Caleb Martin, strong to the hoop against Horford with the nice twisting reverse layup there. Very nice. Malcolm Brogdon gets into the paint, feeds Grant Williams. Nothing doing. Back out to Brogdon, who's just holding ball. 8 seconds off of his foot. It's heat ball. It's scores 39-38 with 5 seconds to go till halfway through the second quarter. Gabe Vincent looking for a little contact. Nothing doing. Bam with the screen and then reverse to the other side screen. Got Vincent an unbelievably easy layup at the rim where there was defense and then just suddenly there was none. There was no defense at all there to protect the rim, and the Heat have taken a 1-point lead. But the Celtics feed Derek White out in the right corner, and he nails the three, 42-40. Boston, Miami. Gabe Vincent for three, no good. Tip out. Duncan Robinson didn't shoot it. Out to Martin for three. That one's good. 43-42. Starting to get a back and forth shootout, but Joe Maz silencing the critics and calling a timeout when there's a run. 5:15 to go in the second quarter here. Man, Mr. Abenes, I think it's more the Dubs need to learn the Heat's, I don't know, collective fight. I mean, it's crazy saying that because of how much we've had that. But compared to if we're only talking about last season for us and still this season for the Heat, just that total togetherness and confidence in one another. I think we would have been okay had there not been all the drama and I mean everything that people have been on this channel more than once know about, or if you've just been following the Warriors, you know about that. But yeah. So the Dubs, had they played, and they we know that they can play like the Heat here, right? Like we know that, but they weren't able to do it emotionally this season. But had they done that, I think we would have been one of the toughest teams in the league to beat. And that's really what we're going for next year. You can talk about, and we've talked about the roster, we talked about potential trades. I'm sure we'll talk about free agents and things like that. Whatever trade rumors are coming up. Obviously, as soon as LeBron's out, there's rumors about him. I'm sure if the Celtics go out, there'll be really strong rumors about some of their players. So we'll have time to but oh, you're welcome, TRL. It's nice of you to say that. But really, the biggest thing is just fighting together. It's hard to say it without using cliches, but it's the truth. Like, it's a cliche for a reason. Yeah. So might want to look out, Rich, calling them undrafted. Mentioning that too much because I'm sure we've all heard Draymond be upset about that. Say they put their shoes on and get paid just like any other pro, and I get it. But it is remarkable still that all these guys from, what should we say, such humble backgrounds basketball wise, are taking on one of the deeper and more talented teams in the league. And I mean, the Celtics have to be fighting as hard as they can here, and they're still close. And that, your team takes on the personality of your best player. And Butler's, maybe his greatest skill set is just being Brown missed the free throw. Well, he still has a chance to tie a game. But Butler, he's just incredible for all his talent and whatever, he's incredible at getting guys to reach that competitive level that he's at. Brown shoots the second free throw. Both of them were short. Both of them hit the front of the rim and went straight down. Joe Mazzulla's looking around like, what? Anyway, we have Max Strus doing nothing because there's a foul on Robert Williams. And they're showing Jaylen Brown in game one holding his elbow. Wonder if that was affecting him on the free throw. Maybe. Anyway, Max just throws it into Bam Adebayo, who is stuck in the paint. Pump fake, put it up. Not even close. Celtics rebound, fast break. Jaylen Brown, he's great at those contested layups. Went through like 3 Heat defenders for that one. And it's Boston 44, Miami 43. 4:25 to go. Vincent. Oh, he pump faked Williams and threw a no look behind the back to Bam and slammed it home. That's one of the plays of the game right there. That's just a beautiful move. Derek White, left wing, was thinking about going for a layup. Instead, feeds Marcus Smart for 3. Back rim, no good. Just under 4 minutes remaining. And Vincent feeds Bam Adebayo. Pump fakes, head fakes, pump fakes, no good. Rebounded by Derek White, who's pushing the ball up the court. Totally stripped by Lowry, who feeds Caleb Martin for a slam dunk. Marcus Smart feeds Jaylen Brown on the right wing. Jaylen Brown, nice little hard drive step between the legs, back up, but fade away, mid-range, but no good. Vincent protecting the ball against Brown, getting a couple screens there from Adebayo. Takes a fade. No, there's a foul. Yeah, this is just a beautiful play. That's like, oh man, we've seen Steph do that. Steve Nash, Kobe was actually pretty good at those post-entry passes, no-look post-entry passes. And Lowry with just a magician's sleight of hand steal right there. Butler's back in the game, inbounds it to Adebayo, almost gets the ball stolen by Smart, who recovers back to Martin, who decides not to take the shot, over to Gabe Vincent, puts up a wild 3-pointer, no good, but he's fouled on the line for 3. The Heat are in the bonus, too, so any foul will go to the line, but this, I think, is going to be for 3 shots. Yep. Ref put up the, wow, hand's gone. 3, so he's going to line for 3 shots. Pure Sweat Channel. Drew Hanlon's a great coach. Okay. Maybe talking football. Yep. Austin Rivers said that while Austin Reeves is an excellent player, Jordan Poole's skillet, as I called it in the last live, the skill set is what I meant to write. And Vincent hits all 3, I believe, put Miami up 50-44. But he said that Reeves' skill set is not, or I think he said Jordan Poole. Oh, wow, beautiful pass. Tatum to Brown, who looked like he was going up for that shot, and fed Williams for the easy layup dunk type, lay-in type shot. But he said that Jordan Poole's skill set is like way beyond what most people realize. I think that's true. We saw him struggle a lot this year, and he still averaged 20 points a game and almost 25 points a game as a starter. So just remember that we saw Jordan Poole have a down year, and he was one of the best scorers in the league. And if we are going to trade him, we're going to expect that kind of return. Otherwise, we'd be very happy to bring him back and at least raise his stock. Like, the Warriors are not going to panic, not going to make panic moves just to get off what is actually not a bad contract. I'm $28 million in today's NBA. Like, that's not. There are guys let's see. Yeah, so there are guys making double that. They're making 56 million, or will make 56 million eventually. You know what I mean? So this No reason to rush anything. Speaking of not rushing, Bam Adebayo hits both free throws. And the Heat are up by 6, 52-46. Brown taking the ball up the court. Feeds Tatum, who's been extremely quiet today, as far as I remember. Grant to Brown, back to Grant for 3. It's good. 52-49 now. About 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter, and obviously in the first half too. Butler directing plays out to Strus, passes it into Adebayo, who's working on Grant Williams. Adebayo takes a sidestep, mid-range jumper. It's good. Brown going down the lane, feeds Tatum, puts up a tough 3. Nope, but Robert Williams tips it out to oh my God, out to Smart, who passed it into Tatum, who missed a shot, and Robert Williams missed a shot, and then Tatum put up the Tatum might have been fouled on the Tatum was fouled on the first attempt, and he misses his first free throw. That's frustrating. Well, we got the man my dad is calling the office worker, Cody Zeller, coming in with his Rip Hamilton face mask to replace Bam Adebayo here, the last minute 24. And Tatum his second one. Jason Tatum has 8 points right now. So Celtics probably need him to step it up just a little bit in the second half without forcing too much. Vincent working on Time Lord and gives it out to oh my goodness. Oh, well, they just lost. The Heat lost the ball. There was a lot going on there. Sorry. Grant Williams, pump fake, sidestep, puts up 3. No good. Heat get the ball, and it's a run out for Martin. What's going on here? I'm not sure what the call was. Is there something wrong with it? Does anyone know? Wow, thank you, Dean. He says, so supposedly the top prospect for this Miami Heat team is Cody Zeller, a 4th overall pick. Hey. Well, I'm not sure why they're reviewing it. I'm not even sure what they're reviewing.
Tatum.
Tatum what?
Fishing.
I see. So they're reviewing Tatum running into and then shoving Caleb Martin, which is I see. So is that 2 free throws? This is a 4-point play then? Because the Heat are in the bonus. So if that was after the shot, Oh, sorry, it was Strus. You're right. I said Martin. It's Strus. My bad. Nope. The Celtics are taking the ball in bounds. Okay. There's 40 seconds on the clock. Marcus Smart feeds Grant Williams, who takes the ball inside for a little bank 12-footer. It's no good. Hemi Butler is taking the ball up the court. There's about a 7-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock here. Butler still yo-yoing At the top of the three, decides to take it. Nope, rolled around and out. Off the back. Who's that? Derek White feeds Marcus Smart, who always seems to get the last second shots. No good. No good. 56-50 at halftime. So Heat up by 6. Haven't put the Celtics away. The Celtics have also been playing fairly well and not really been able to close the deficit that much, other than taking a 3-point lead for a minute or so. So, yeah, a little back and forth. I remember Austin Rivers when he did Steph. Well, I mean, look, a lot of people have dissed Steph and got their opinions, how should we say, influenced by that last title that we won. You know what I mean? It's all good. You know? Oh, what's up, Bruce? Right. And Oladipo is so Kevin Love is right behind Cole Zeller on the pick chart. Hello, Mr. Morrow. He was a 5th overall pick, traded though for number 1 pick, Andrew Wiggins, who has as many rings as he does, interestingly enough, and Victor Oladipo, who I forgot was even on this team, on the Heat. I mean, he was a number 2 pick overall. That's crazy. Did you guys see Jimmy Butler, something from last year? He said, well, we'll be right back here after they lost that Game 7 to play us in the finals. He said, we'll be right back here. But we'll get the job done next time, like next year. So, you know, that's he just has crazy confidence, you know. And I love it when guys can actually back that up. I don't love it when guys can't back it up. If you've already proven it and then you don't, it's okay, I guess. But I mean, Butler, you know, I kept thinking that he should be on All NBA, and I understand that's somewhat a regular season thing, but I don't know. I think he really needs to be considered as a top player in the league, and he is now, of course. But I bet you there'll be that MIB, you know, little red flash thing. And people go, well, he didn't shoot that well from 3 in the regular season. I know he played well last year in the playoffs. And then he'll do it again in the playoffs. You know, that's just the way basketball works, I guess. But I think I'm going to take a quick break here. Real quick. I was wondering, though, Rich, how we. Oh, I guess we already did the poll, huh? So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, just sit tight. I'll be right back.
Are you off?
Huh?
You off now?
No.
No, I mean, not yet.
Oh, yeah.
All right. How you doing, Dick?
There we go. Thank you for. Yes, I realize that. Flush anything? Yeah, I'm not doing this in my bathroom, Bruce. Thank you though for the concern, Bruce. This is what it looks like on StreamYard for us. Let's see. Wow. Wow. All right, let's see how many. Oh, we got 27 likes. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's see. Oh, I see. Very cool. Well, I don't know. It's halftime. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about? We can look at the box score, I guess, at the teams, or yeah. Let's just do that. Yeah, Tatum, 22 minutes, 7 shots, 3 of 7, 1 for 4 from 3, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He does have 8 rebounds, only 2 assists, 4 turnovers, 8 points, -6. Leading scorer on the team is Derek White. The Celtics are shooting 18 of 40 from the field and 9 of 29 from 3. They've taken 9 free throws and made 5. The Heat, their leading scorer is Caleb Martin with 14 points, 6 for 6 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3. They're shooting 5 of 16 from 3, so still both of them are not shooting tremendously, I guess, but the Celtics shooting a little bit better. They've hit 20 of 38 of their shots from the field and 11 out of their 13 free throws. Jimmy Butler is also 3 for 7 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, 3 4 from the free throw line, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, a block, a steal, and 1 turnover. So it is kind of interesting to me, just looking through that. What I took is that both teams are getting about the same number of. Oh, Rich! Oh, it's so hard, man. It's so hard being out here.
I'm in my car.
You are muted, though, I think.
Oh, hold on. Oh, well. Can you hear me? No?
Nope. I was muting you. My bad. I was muting you. That's why I can hear you. How's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm in my car.
Oh, there you go. Very nice. Very nice. This is hard to do. I don't know how you do this every day by yourself, Rich. I really don't, man.
I know.
It's great being here with the chat, though.
Oh,
Love it.
And my background sucks because I brought the wrong computer. The one that I StreamYard on usually. I didn't think about it. So everything's a little bit off. Let's see. Oh, what do you guys talk about? Let's see. Tatum is ready to go on vacation.
Well,
your mic was still on, Dean. Oh, that was funny.
Yeah. It's okay. It's just that my dad asked me how
Catching up here. Cool. I hope I don't have feedback here because I've actually got the live on YouTube here on my phone.
I'm not hearing anything.
Okay, you can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I can. Mm-hmm. And I can't hear the stream in the background or anything like that.
Oh, good. Mm-hmm. All right, Jay.
Thank you, Nicole.
Oh gosh, I remember one thing you were talking about, which I started thinking about. You were saying how it was very very, what do you call it, zen, very global, my type of talk. You were saying that how, this is basketball, it's not war, and
yeah.
Lately I've been learning some things. I've been learning things like that how to recognize when you're going into that sort of stressful combative state, which obviously Twitter is on 24/7 like that, where
Oh, it's built to promote it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but even in just regular life, I figured out that I have this way of slipping into a very defensive type survival type mode sometimes, and you don't even realize it. So I wanted to say along those lines where, yeah, it's not war. I'm starting to theorize that a lot of the reasons we get stressed out, whether it's going into combative mode, offense, or possibly I don't want to say defense, but possibly having like guilt or shame. So there's two sides of the spectrum there, and you kind of want to stay even keeled in between the pendulum swings. But as far as when you're in that combative state, if you can notice yourself slipping into that, um, then you have a chance of not slipping into it and kind of losing control of whatever it may be, of your anger, of your desire to make things right, because then if things are right, then it's under control and it won't harm you, type of thing, like a survival instinct. And I was just thinking about it today. I was actually talking to my mom about it
Mm.
before you went on live.
Oh, wow. Great.
And I was just thinking, this combative state that we have, like just kind of as a family, probably lineage of DNA or whatever, it was necessary for like a couple generations, probably more than that. And I think we're hitting a point in humanity where you have to kind of figure out that it's really not that bad. Like you're going to still live after this encounter, whatever it may be. Encounter with your boss, coworker, random person on the street,
Yeah.
whoever it may, hater on Twitter.
Yeah.
If you can recognize when things are about to get into that combative state, you might argue over stuff, but at least your body's getting primed and ready for combat. You're actually not going to die after this
Right.
misunderstanding or this butting of heads at work, at business, or whatever it is.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I think our survival instincts and our combative states that we can get into are need to evolve. So we can evolve past that. We're not actually getting into fist fights and you know um, avoiding physical harm and things like that. So that's just something I learned recently, and I think it'd be good for everyone to evolve a little bit more past that, understand that more, and if you can be more aware of that, then there's less harm done from all of these conflicts, and there's still going to be harm mentally, even if you're not pulling out your sword to defend yourself.
Definitely.
And it's not the days of Hamilton either, which wasn't that long ago if you think about it. But we're going to resolve this with a duel. We don't do that anymore. We're evolving past that, where we don't have to take lives. We don't actually have to injure people or cut them, stab them, shoot them. We don't need to do that. So of course we have a gun problem here in the US, and
Yeah.
that just goes right along the lines of what I'm saying, right? So if you can recognize you're about to go in that combative state, you can get back into a situation. Maybe you go, okay, let's let this cool down a little bit.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
kind of have to evolve a little bit.
We
And
are back, by the way, Rich, just to let you know.
great. And I was going to end with saying basketball helps us with that aggression.
Well,
It's way.
just to make one more point about what I was trying to say about the whole war thing. Like, there's no glorious victory in war, really, and not anymore.
Yep.
Because it's terrible. It's just all this death and destruction you're trying to outlast, and one side wins by outlasting the other. But sports is evenly matched. One team's better than the other. Yeah, but, they're all really, really highly trained, highly skilled professional athletes. And there are real moments like all the Steph night shots where you feel that competitiveness and that fire, or whatever, being directed towards this basically non-violent uplifting of a city, is what you're trying to do. And I don't know, maybe one day countries will have little Olympiads between each other to resolve conflicts, I mean, that might be utopian or something. Maybe it can't happen, but you have to try to hold on to that belief that the world can work without war. That humans can have civilization and not commit mass destruction. We won't get too gory about what it is, but everybody knows what we're talking about. Oh, Tatum, he hit a 3. He's being a little bit more aggressive here.
All right, I'm going to see if I can watch the game as well. Let's see.
It is 61-55, 9-10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 for me. That's where I'm at. Tatum for 3 again. It's good. 61-58.
Timeout, Spolstra.
My dad wants Spolstra to take a timeout, which is what the Boston fans have been screaming at Missoula for the whole year. Timeout.
Oh, yeah. You heard about that thing where he likes to save his timeouts, 2 timeouts with 2 minutes to go?
In the half or in the game or what?
With 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, he wants to have 2 timeouts. I saw that somewhere, I believe through Keith Smith, his Twitter. He tweets a lot, so it's somewhere in there. Somewhere in the last 2 weeks. Yeah.
And here's a Celtics timeout, by the way, which we were just talking about.
Ooh.
Yep. I can definitely understand that because you have one for the end of the game and you have one for a challenge. So that makes sense. I still think there's something about stemming the tide of a run. I know Phil Jackson didn't do that, but Phil Jackson mostly coached Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and Pau Gasol. So, yeah, self-driving is not something that I would do either. I don't know. Sometimes we struggle to get YouTube or StreamYard or whatever to work correctly, and I don't know. I don't want some weird electrical storm, like your next destination is the bottom of the Grand Canyon, or I don't know, something like that.
Oh gosh, don't even. Yeah, it's funny how you brought that up. I follow the San Francisco Chronicle on Instagram, and one article they recently had was a husband drove his Tesla off the cliff over at Max nearby. He drove off the cliff, and they're thinking about charging him with attempted murder with the wife and 2 kids in the car. It's scary that you brought that up. I literally saw that like yesterday.
What, he did it on purpose?
That's what they're thinking. Yep.
Huh.
And there's a lot of evidence toward that. But yeah, you just brought that up, and the image flashed in my head.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I guess driving is also something that can be quite dangerous, to people too, and there are a lot of human mistakes. I don't know. At least I know that I'm the one making the mistake, I guess. But Tatum seems to have been on autopilot for a minute there, and woken up too at this point. So we'll see if he can keep it up.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the Flash, Rich?
No, I don't think it's out yet.
Oh,
June 3rd, unless you have special access to a premiere.
it says June 16th, I think.
June 16th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I want to see Fast 10. Probably go see it tomorrow, just because it's going to be gone soon. And then after that, this weekend is Little Mermaid on IMAX for a couple weeks, and then it's going to be Flash.
Right. A lot of CGI, man. A lot of CGI.
Yeah.
That's okay. A lot of people like it.
There's Transformers after that. So, but our screen in San Francisco is like the second or third biggest IMAX screen in North America. So it's pretty cool.
Great. Yeah. Wonderful.
Oops.
That's dark, Mr. Venice. But Derek White, it's 3. It's all tied up. 61-61. 8-10 to go on the game.
Thanks for doing the play-by-play. It's helpful.
Oh, yeah,
for me, just going crazy here. Let's see.
Butler feeding Strus. He lost it. Jaylen Brown taking the ball up the court. Thought he might have passed it there, but again, he's incredible at those tough layups, and he lays it up and in, 63-61. Butler. Brown stole it again. He's going up for another tough layup. That one's no good. But there's I think a loose ball foul or shooting foul. Okay. Thank you, Dad.
Mr. Chambers.
Yeah, the real Mr. Chambers.
Like a little Bill Walton insertion right there.
Throw it down.
That'd be funny if your dad was suddenly terrible. Actually, I missed Bill Walton.
Yeah, it was, no, I was right. It was a loose ball foul. Oh, I didn't even get it right.
All right, I think I'm gonna go now because I actually have to do some work. I have to do some stuff, which I'll explain later. So I can't even really stay engaged with you guys. But I got to go do that, get it done, and we'll see if I can get back on live or not.
Okay.
But thanks, Dean.
Thank you so much for being on here, Rich.
No, thank you. You're holding up the fort today.
No problem.
Because if Miami wins, we've got 9 days of, I don't know what we have. So.
Yeah.
Appreciate
9
you
days
bridging the gap.
Just chatting, I guess, once in a while.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm trying to find more info about the Kuminga workout. So I'm trying to find more information about that. We'll see. But I do have information about a Moses Moody workout that happened at USF. That's on his Instagram as well. So
very good.
There'll be something to talk about.
Oh, I got some more stuff to talk about too.
Oh, cool.
Just some ideas running around.
Save it for the the next week.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, take care, guys. Appreciate you all.
Thank you, Rich. Hope you're able to come back on. We had Marcus Smart hit a 3 here, and the Celtics are now up 68-61. The Heat have taken a timeout, and I guess we should check out. Yep, Tatum has quickly gotten to 16 points. He's now shooting 6-10 from the field and 36 from 3. He has 9 rebounds and 3 assists. And I think Brown's one of my favorites around to watch. I really like his game a lot. He's got 11 points and 4 assists, no turnovers. So good to see him playmaking. Jimmy Butler's shooting 3-10. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 9 points. 16-0 run. Thank you, Parth. Good to know. Absolutely. Listen, Bill. Stay safe. He. Oh, okay. You got it. Yep. It's still time, Nicole, and also like that you're taking responsibility. You know, we we all we all had this idea of like what the team that you're rooting for should do. Most of the time, you know what, you're pretty right about about uh, about what needs to happen. It's just actually getting it done. You know, that's that's what makes sports so difficult. You know, it's simple what you should do. It's actually being able to do it, and you know what the other team's going to do, right? For the most part, it's figuring out how to stop it. I'm seeing a WNBA ad. Anybody have any teams that they follow in the WNBA? If you do, let us know. Naked and afraid. No clothes, but there are cameras. Aces. They're the defending champs, right? Yeah. Asia Wilson, I think. I think probably I might go with the Storm, just because Seattle so deserves to have professional basketball there. I don't know. I mean, it's hard enough for me to follow like the couple West Coast NBA teams. I don't follow college or the WNBA that much or international basketball. But I would like to try and find one team. Um, there's some real talent in the WNBA. Anyway, we are back. And Gabe Vincent threw it away trying to feed Bam Adebayo. Derek White, playmaking. Threw it over to Marcus Smart, and there's a foul on Martin, I believe. So it'll be side out. There's 17 seconds on the shot clock. 6:28 to go in the third. Oh, they almost throw it away. Celtics almost threw it away. Derek White turns it into 2 free throws. Goes down the middle lane and gets fouled. They're showing some Oppenheimer commercials, which is a movie that I actually think is pretty interesting. Probably more my style than The Flash or Transformers or something. But I have to say, Derek White looking a little bit like the Mind Blown meme with the mushroom cloud coming out of his head. He's got that hairstyle. It's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, they lost a lot of their best players, like Brianna Stewart, Sue Bird retired. So I know they're not necessarily at the top of the league. But I just love Seattle. I don't know. It's a great city, and that's their pro basketball team right now. And I always love Sue Bird, Tarasi, and everybody. They're great, but I always love Sue Bird. Can't believe Larry Bird's daughter is that good too. I'm just kidding. The Heat, I believe, hit a layup. Tatum is working on the right wing, crossing over, step back, picked up the dribble, shot a three. It was close, but no good. Horford, big rebound there. I think he got fouled. It looked like they're staying on the same side of the court. So let's see. Let's look at the replay. Oh, yeah. Bam kind of pulled him a little bit and tripped him. So, Horford, the Celtics are in the bonus with about 5:49 to go. which is interesting. Horford going up for the first free throw. Nope, no good. A little short. A lot of short rim. Yeah, that's got to be Horford's dad. They show him every time Horford hits a bucket, so I'm pretty sure. Yep, Tito Horford, University of Miami. I assume that means UM, and not the one in what, Wisconsin or Michigan or wherever that is. Horford hits the second. 71-63. That's something I've never really thought about what it'd be like to be a parent of an NBA player. It must be kind of strange, because you're not really able to say anything. Kevin Martin misses three. Oh, the littlest guy in the court, Kyle Lowry, got the offensive rebound over the trees. Back to Jimmy Butler, working from the left post, feeds Vincent in the right. 3 seconds on the clock, puts it up, no good. The Heat came back up with the steal. Butler for three. It's good. It's good. He does not jump on those 3-pointers, man. He's just totally flat-footed. And you know what? I'm starting to think that if you're not contested, that's the way you should shoot. Just don't jump at all. Seems to be easier. Horford wants the Zeller matchup, and for good reason. Gave him one pump fake. Zeller jumped by him, and he easily laid it up and in. It is 73-66. Boston up with 4:40 to go. Jimmy Butler goes back to the Casillas Center, back down into the paint. Little fadeaway. Thought he could have gone up with the layup there, but feeds Zeller. Layup and one. Another assist for Jimmy Butler. Yeah, he just pulled both defenders away, and then instead of just closing out and trying to cover Zeller's eyes, Brown jumped and tried to time a block, which is understandable. It's just maybe not what I would do first. Anyway, Zeller, and one. He hit it. He hit the free throw. 73-69. Both these teams trying to take a little bit of a lead, and the other team just catches right back up. So right now it's looking like they're going to try and get whoever gets their nose across the finish line first will win. Marcus Smart hits 3, 76-69. And that was, I think that was set up by Tatum. Is that right? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, Butler switches off Brown onto Time Lord, throws it out to Martin, over to Lowry, back to Martin, puts up the 3, no good. Tatum, nice quick outlet. The Celtics are outnumbered, though, on the fast break, so they'll pull it back, give it to Tatum, who goes strong to the hoop, puts it up and in, going through contact and not away from contact on that one. He's got 18 points, 7-12 from the field, 10 rebounds. Really picked up his game in the second half here. Butler yo-yoing against Marcus Smart. Crosses over. He's just probing. Oh, it looked like he was going to pass, and then he went for a nice, easy reverse. But Heat a little slow. Getting back down on D. Brown inside. Out to Tatum. Back to Grant for 3. It's good. 81-71. Butler slowing down the pace here. Down 10. Probing. 15 on the shot clock. Takes it back out to 3. 10, 11. Puts it up another 3-pointer. He jumped forward, and that was not even close. 3. But he got fouled, it looks like. Seeing a nice replay of that Tatum layup, where it rolled off the right side of the rim back towards the center, which shows that he has beautiful touch and just some really nice. Looked complex, but it was a fairly simple feed to back to Grant Williams after the two guys closed out him for 3. But Butler to the line. He's tired. He's breathing really heavily. Puts it up. Breathing really heavily. Put it really in. It worked. 81-72. 2:55 to go. Butler. Both. No, they called that a shooting foul. Only Boston's in the bonus. It's interesting. Butler puts up the second. Both of them straight to the middle of the hoop. All net. Tatum handling the ball. I was thinking that they ought to play Tatum kind of almost as a large point guard a little bit more. I thought that'd be helpful. Oh, he pushed off. I think they call an offensive foul there. So we're going right back to the Heat. Let's see the replay. Yep, he shoved Zeller's back. So why would you do that? Well, I think part of it's just it works really well at getting guys off of you. Part of it's just being a little bit tired. Like it's just hard to not rely on those things if you're a little tired. Oh, Butler missed the layup. He's upset at the call. Don't know why. It looks like he's shooting free throws. Maybe thought Tatum did a little offensive interference. Yeah, I think that's what he was saying. But the camera didn't show that to me. Anyway, Butler breathing really hard again. One dribble. Nice little bend in the knees. It rattles around and down. Yep, that was not offensive interference. He tapped it while it was already off the going off the rim. So Butler hit the first and hit the second. 81-75. As I was saying, one little run and the other team goes on a run. Mac Smat taking the ball up the court. Caught. I don't know. I don't really know how to do a Boston accent, but I love saying Mac Smat. Who takes a three? No good. Martin gets the rebound over to Lowry, who's getting a screen from Butler, then a screen from Zeller. Back out to Butler outside the three-point line, who crosses over a couple times at the hoop. Excuse me. Pump fake. Hook shot down. 81-77. With under 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Marcus Smart. And please forgive me for not looking at the comments, but just trying to get the best play-by-play. Tatum bumps Martin on a nice little move there, and hits a fadeaway. I thought they called timeout, but they didn't. Just slowly taking the ball inbounds. Lowry, I've said his name a lot. He's really been playing pretty well today. Goes down the hoop, puts up a layup. Thought he got fouled, but nope. It's 5-on-3, and Tatum splits the Heat defenders like he's a hot knife and they're soft butter. 85-77. Martin dribbling, picks up the dribble. Nice little give and go, but it doesn't work. Tatum comes up with the steal. And the Celtics, 45 seconds to go on the clock. Tatum feeds Grant Williams for three. It's in. Horford loves it from the bench. 43 seconds. 40. 35, Butler crosses half court. Picks up the live dribble, which I don't love when you're guarded 30-something feet away. Lowry, difficult shot. Oh, wait. They didn't count it. That's just a beautiful, beautiful, highly physical move by Tatum without an arm extension. And then little football move going through the lane. It's really nice. They waved that Lowry shot off. Did he travel? I know. Thank you, Dad. So we do have a little color commentary here once in a while. Tatum, fade away. No, it's all glass in that one. Martin driving down the lane, feeds Butler. Oh, my God. He put it in. I think he dunked that. 2.6 seconds left to go. 88-79. Almost steal it. Brown from downtown. I don't think he hit that. It kind of looked like it from my angle, but it hit the back of the backboard. Yeah, I think you're right, Nicole. Butler is exhausted. However, the Heat definitely. I was telling my dad this yesterday. The Heat definitely are trying to close this game. Like he's going to continue to play exhausted, not only to get the 9 days rest, but because I think the Heat will leave. If they win, I think the Heat will leave tonight and spend all the time in Denver that they possibly can to acclimatize to the altitude up there. But the Celtics, thankfully, came in with a totally different attitude today than they had in Game 3, where they really rolled over and died facing this Heat team. And today, they seem like a totally different team, just very confident, poised, in control, that type of thing, and unbothered by their situation here, So, it's good to see a little bit of competitive fire from the defending Eastern Conference champions. You're gonna have to earn the victory, definitely. Yep. Oh, put up Jimmy's also. Victory. This tank is low. That's interesting. But I mean, all those hills in San Francisco, they probably have better. I don't know. I'm just kidding. But would you not do that, Rich? I mean, assuming that you're gonna be on the road in altitude. I can't remember what the team did last year. Of course, that Nuggets team was also not quite the monster that we're seeing this year. Of course, with Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. Out. I'd like to see that Jimmy Butler dunk again, real quick, right at the end of the quarter. I don't think they showed. Sorry, excuse me. I don't think they showed a replay of that. Yeah, it's interesting. The Celtics win today. They'll be favored for Game 5. I mean, they are going home, so I guess that makes sense. But I guess it's because Miami with 44-38 records and was Dubs this year, 8th seed. I think we forgot though that this is a team that, although they don't have Hero or Oladipo, they lost the Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals to go to the finals last year. So it's not like they're this inexperienced. I mean, Cinderella, yeah, but it's more that they had kind of a down regular season and got back to the point that they already were at last year with a little bit extra time with Kyle Lowry, who has the ball, takes a fade away. Chris Paul, nope, fade away from the right elbow. Jaylen Brown gets the rebound, takes it up the court, gets a screen set by Horford over to White, back to Brown. Now White sets the screen back over to Brogdon. I always get Brogdon and Williams mixed up. Brown, fairly open floater there in the lane, but front rim. Martin over to Robinson, over to Lowry, back to Robinson, puts up the 3. Nope, back rim. Grant with the rebound here. White setting up the offense. And Brown coming over. Instead, they throw it over to Brogdon. Back to White, back to Brown for 3. No good. Adebayo gets the rebound. Over to Lowry. Bounce passes it to Vincent. Push that. No good, but he gets fouled. Excuse me for yawning. Not sure why I'm feeling so tired at the moment, but I guess what did someone call it? A horse race play-by-play? Maybe that's it. I don't know. Maybe I haven't had enough beers. Comfort of their own practice facility. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That does make sense. Yeah. Sure. Gabe Vincent to the line. He's been playing well. 14 points, 50% shooting, 4 assists. Hits the second. It's 88-81 with 10:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Celtics season's on the line. Heat finals trip on the line. And we are getting the best of both of these teams. Brogdon for 3, no good. Tatum is out, by the way. I don't know if oh, that would have been an incredible alley-oop if Bam had been able to tap it in. But there's a foul on Horford. So Joe Maz talking to himself a little bit there, I think. Why would you call that? They're not in the bonus, so it's not a shooting foul. It's a foul on the rebound, so it's side out. Heat, 14 seconds on the clock. They pass it into Bam, who play makes for Robinson. Bam, uncontested, going down the lane. Again, missed it. Again, a foul on Horford. It's a pretty nice give and go there for Robinson, who did the old Steph gets doubled, feeds the short roll. Obviously, well, Tatum's played 34 minutes, and there's 10 minutes to go. So I think you see Bam misses the first. I think you see him probably come back in soon. Butler is out. He's played 31. I wouldn't be surprised if they're bringing him back in a moment. They must have done the announcers curse or something. I don't know, because they showed the announcers right after he missed that, and he missed the second. Missed the second free throw too. I do think Brown's going to have to. Yeah, I figured out how to highlight things. Yes, but I do think Brown. I'd like to see him pick it up a little bit. Oh, that was Derek White airball for 3. He playing fast. Robinson. Oh, they thought he was going for a 3. Did the Michael Jordan jump shot pass right into Bam Adebayo for one of the easiest buckets of the whole game. He's been playmaking really well. I don't remember him hitting a shot, to be honest with you. But, oh, wow, that wasn't Adebayo. My bad. It was Kyle Lowry. Crazy. So, getting a little bit closer here. 88, 83. Celtics timeout. Probably getting good rest. Yep. So is Tatum, too. So, hopefully those dudes will be that's nice. There's a little tribute to thank you to Carmelo Anthony, showing the different uniforms he's worn throughout the years from Jordan Brand. Obviously Melo didn't have the success in the playoffs that a lot of people thought he would have, but he's just a great scorer, seemingly great teammate as he got older, especially. And I think he's still the leading scorer for U.S. And international basketball. I believe he played 4 Olympics, 4, 8, 12, 16. Maybe he played. I thought he was there in 2020 too. Maybe not. Yeah, I think he played 2004, 2008, 2000. Puerto Rico? Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean, Nicole? Again, I'm not able to listen to these commercials, so I don't know what they're saying. But oh, you're too nice, Rich. You're too nice, Rich. And please, Nicole, please send Rich a Twitter link because I do not have Twitter, so you can't send it to me. Carmelo Anthony's Puerto Rican. Oh. Interesting. I guess I didn't know that. Wow. Very cool. Puerto Rico still has an international team of their own, right? Basketball wise, I'm sure they do. Growing up with the Jazz, maybe you'll remember this name. We had Carlos Arroyo and Raul. What's his name? Lopez? Raul Lopez? Yeah. Yep. We had Raul Lopez and Carlos Arroyo. Oh, I'm sorry. He's Spanish. Raul Lopez is Spanish. For some reason, I thought he was Puerto Rican too. But yeah. Carlos Arroyo is a fan favorite out there in Utah. Right in between John Stockton and Darren Williams. JJ Barea, I always liked him. He's great. Anyway, we are back, and forgive me, the Celtics hit a shot. Oh my goodness, Derek White with a behind the jump shooter block on the 3-point, and leads to a fast break with Jaylen Brown slamming it home, and the Heat have taken another timeout. Spo's really on his guys here. This is one of the best defensive plays I've seen in all the playoffs. That Derek White from behind block, and that's just a great finish by my man Jaylen Brown. Downtown Jaylen Brown. He's a good friend of yours, Nicole. That's awesome. Get him on the stream. Come on now. You have JJ Barea and didn't invite him? Come on, Nicole. I'm just kidding. I'm sure he's very busy. I understand that. Yeah, thank you for the info, Nicole. Miss Diaz coming in hot with the good info. And Amy, of course, queen of the chat. The queen of the chat in a red blue hat. Our special announcer. Yeah, it feels special because it feels very, very hard. I don't know how Rich does this every game. I guess since he's been doing it every game, you get a little bit more comfortable. But look, Rich is, just so you know, thank you, Amy. Yeah, Rich is doing fine. He's just got some work that he had to do that took him away from home in Palo Alto. He was on around halftime, and he said he's hoping to be on before the final buzzer. So in a few minutes, he's driving right now. But if you look through some of the comments from Rich, which obviously YouTube is from Let's Go Warriors, but he's in the middle of a concert. He did fluent Spanish. Oh, awesome! Very cool. But yeah, it's hard being on here all by myself. And just so you guys know, Rich does the play-by-play, which I'm doing. Actually is able to read your comments lots of times, quickly during timeouts, which is pretty difficult. Is uploading videos and setting up the next stuff he's doing on the channel all at once, while also responding to me when I'm on here as either a color commentator or halftime or post game or pregame, whatever, So I'll maintain he's still the hardest working journalist. I'm sure there are a lot of journalists who work really hard. You understand what I'm saying? But he does almost everything is open and publicly shared with you and me and everybody else. So it's just Rich is the man, I don't know. I really don't know how he does this. And wow, we got both A-Rod and Jeter here. That's fun. For Red Sox defeated the Yankees, overcoming 0-3. Yeah, Bill Simmons was talking about that on his podcast. No free advertisement though. Sorry. But I had heard that they were able to. I think they're the most recent team to overcome it. But it has never happened in the NBA. I believe it has happened in the NHL though too. Anyway, we're back. 8:48 to go. Butler sizing up the D, makes a decisive move, pump fake. 2 seconds on the clock, blocked by Grant Williams. Yeah, he's tired. In fact, he didn't even look like he was talking back to Grant, which is surprising because I know that Jimmy Butler is a good guy and he will talk as much trash when he's down as when he's up. So he must be trying to save the breath or something. Beautiful feed from White down to Smart, who sealed his player, and little reverse layup up and in. Butler pushing through, handling the ball, trying to set it up in between the legs, which is very taxing, by the way. Finds. Oh, they blocked another jumper. Oh, looks like he might be a little hurt. Fell into the bench. Vincent, here. Yep, that jumper was blocked. It's kind of a far camera. I couldn't really tell what happened.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, he's out of bounds, but he landed very. The bone of his ankle almost touched the ground on that one. I thought he hit his head on the bench or something. He's still out there, still Miami. You got to respect the Heat, man. But Tatum drained it. Another one, just drained it. That was like Klay Thompson, man. Rise and fire, and just like the ball wants to go in almost. That was a beautiful shot. Hola, Patricio. No habla bien. Lo siento. Meanwhile, Nuggets watching film for both squads. Yep. And enjoying some chicken nuggets. Aren't they cannibals, Blasian? I'll highlight it, though. He do not have it tonight. Maybe it's been a close game all game, but Butler, he's allowed to have one bad playoff game and he's not. So that's pretty interesting. I know it's 97-83. Let's look at my man Jimmy Butler's stats. 8 of 17, 1 of 4 from 3, 7-8 from the line, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, pretty low for him. Normally he's got more than that. He is a -20, but single game plus minus. So there goes Vincent back to the locker room, which is a real shame to see, because the Heat are kind of thin anyway, and they're playing so hard. This is obviously a huge opportunity for Gabe Vincent and his progeny. If he can keep playing and make all the money that he can make if he's healthy versus being injured. But rolled ankle, get it retaped. He was running to the locker room, and he's obviously a tough guy. So hopefully it works out for him. Jason Tatum setting up Marcus Smart. 3. It's 100. Lawler's Law. First team to 100 wins between 89 and 93% of the time, I believe. Which you can look up. They've been keeping track of that for quite some time. Celtics all of a sudden up 17. Unbelievable. Nicole. Rich obviously is driving, so you won't be able to watch that probably for a little bit. But let's see. What is this thing? Start the comment here. Yeah, so Rich, when you do come back in, I starred Nicole's comment. So when you are looking and it says live, it's starred. That'll be the only comment there, hopefully. So you did miss a little bit of the play, but the Celtics missed. Lowry feeds Butler, who fed the ball out of bounds. I think they might have called it Heat ball. That I don't know. I might challenge that, honestly. But let's see the replay. Not the best angle. Maybe Grant hit it. Although that angle didn't look like it. I don't know. Nope. Oh, they reversed the call. It's Celtics ball. Okay. Tatum operating against Martin gets switched on to the smaller Lowry. This is where you just no, they doubled him. Out to Grant, who puts the ball on the floor. Back to Smart. Another 3. It's not really what the Celtics need is Marcus Smart shooting 3 3-pointers in a row. Need him getting assists and ball handling a little bit more than that. Butler down the paint, almost threw it away again. And they feed Butler right at the free throw line. He gets a little bit in the paint, stays in there, gets the ball out just in time. Out to Lowry for 3, 100-86, 5:40 to go. My man, Gabe Vitz is back on the bench, still grimacing a little bit. It was a bad turned ankle, but he's rocking it back and forth, trying to keep it warm, trying to keep his legs all right. Jaylen Brown at the top of the key. There's very little motion until Robert Williams comes down to set the screen. Brown tried to feed him, but Robert Williams' layup was blocked. Lowry down the lane, throws out to Jaylen Brown. He takes the ball up the court. Finds a mismatch. Oh, beautiful. He fed it to Marcus Smart, who fed the trailing Robert Williams, who slammed it home with absolutely no resistance whatsoever. Speaking of no resistance, Butler was able to get all the way to the hole, and the only thing they could do to keep him from dunking it was to foul him hard. He's down. We know Butler doesn't just go down easily. This is just, that's how you run a fast break. Get the ball to a guy who's down low, and then feed the trailer. Stockton was incredible at that. Oh, Robert Williams, that could be a flagrant, maybe. I mean, I don't think they're even reviewing it. He did smack him across the face. Butler doesn't seem to mind. Probably likes it a little bit, actually. Kobe, Wade, Butler, Curry. There's some guys who are real sickos who really – LeBron, I think, is like that too. Who just actually kind of like the physicality. Oh, Gabe Vincent coming back. I'm sure the crowd's getting a little bit loud for that, although I can't hear them. I know, man. I'm sure they're happy to see him back and able to play. He's playing very well for this team, too. Well, he hit the first and misses the second. 102-87. Tatum's back in the game here. He's going to slip a screen from Brown. who's working on Adebayo. Tries to feed Williams and threw it off Williams, I guess, out of bounds. Again, I don't know why these guys in the NBA never throw any bounce passes. Maybe it doesn't look pretty. I don't know. But that's an easy post-entry little bounce pass into Williams up rather than trying to catch it here. But whatever. Tatum, what's that, Lowry? With the layup? Huh?
Vincent scored.
Oh, yeah, Gabe Vincent scored. Thank you. Brown shoots a three, no good. Butler takes the ball up the court. Guarded by Tatum. Not playing at the fastest pace here, which might hurt clockwise, but they're the Heat, and they're just going to stick to what's been working. Except it didn't. Bam lost the ball off of his foot. Smart setting up. Finds Brown. Difficult layup. You knew he was going to hit that. And one. And he talks to the crowd just a little bit. Just a little bit. Says, what's up? He's so good at those. At the Euro step contact. Finish with the right spin. He's just. I really like that part of his game. He does only have 15 points today, though. So. Hits free throw, so he's got 16. But nice, even, balanced scoring effort here from the C's, and very tough, gritty performance from the Heat. I think that was Duncan Robinson, or maybe it was Caleb Martin missing a three. And the Celtics have taken a timeout. Up by 16. With 3:40 something to go. Oh, yeah. How's your husband doing, Nicole? Demon. Yeah, is Rebecca watching? Is she on the chat? I mean, you can't be too upset, you know? You're up 3-0 if you're a Heat fan. If you're a Heat fan. So, question. I'm sure you're making that a little bit cleaner for the live stream than what he's actually saying there. ETA 8:20. All right, Rich. I mean, the game's going to be over by 8:20, I'm sure, but give me a little break from my head, man. You know. Got no more game 5, so I think I'm the only person actually. I know. I used to work for Wingstop, by the way, Blasian. And closeout games are always the hardest. Yeah, of course, because the other team doesn't want their season to end, and unless it's a game 7, your season isn't going to end if you lose. It's so difficult to be in the same. I know that, well, we have a chance to go to the finals, and but it's so hard to be in that same mindset, especially if you've won 3 games in a row, right? Like, one of the reasons it's hard to come back from a 3-0 deficit, as Butler gets fouled and is going to the line here, is that you have to win 4 straight games. Well, the Heat were trying to win 4 straight games too, and that's difficult. That's just difficult, you know? And the Celtics admitted that they said they were embarrassed by their own performance. You know, everybody was saying they're just going to lose, they're just going to roll over and die, and like they have championship aspirations, you know? So again, Celtics getting back a little bit to who they really are here, and trying to make this a more competitive series. They know that if they can win this game, that they have the next game at home, and then if they can win that one, then game 6 and 7. I mean, that's, you know, that becomes a winnable series if you're playing game 6, and if you win that, I mean, game 7 is a coin toss. So, that just for the sake of their careers. Oh, beautiful feed, Smart to Tatum, layup, and Joe Maz, no emotion. Jason Tatum, 31 points and 20 shots, 11 rebounds. Nice to see. Lowry bobbling the ball back and forth a little bit. And man, who was that? Oh, it was Max Strus with a nice little layup there. I wouldn't be surprised if Spo cuts bait next dead ball and gets his main dude some rest. And obviously I think Maz will do the same. Anyway, Brown working. Beautiful little fadeaway. Rattled around and out. No good. Butler right down the lane. Absolutely no resistance whatsoever. None at all, which is bizarre. Celtics have no reason, even if they're up, to show any kind of slowing down here because they've been doing that all series. Is not playing to the finish line. So you're probably going to win this one. That's the only one you're guaranteed to be in this position, 109-95. Tatum way off in three. Smart. Big time rebound. And there was a foul on Kyle Lowry. Yeah. Blasian, big time Heat fan. Mr. Bennett wanted a sweep for both conferences. Why? Don't want to watch more basketball? You know, if they both get swept, we only have a max of 7 games left. Tatum! It was marinating on the rim a little bit and went down. Unbelievable. What a shot. I think they counted that as a 3, too, right? Oh, maybe it was a 2-pointer. No, it was a 3. We were 109. Yeah. Unbelievable. What a shot by Jason Tatum. Yeah, Brown just drain out the clock. Going to the lane. Gets fouled. Put it up. Butler's on the bench. With just a very sly smile. I think he's a little bit happy that at least his opponent is fighting back. He's that kind of guy. I totally understand it. Kevin Love trying to make his – oh, wow. Kevin Love is trying to make his 5th NBA Finals. That's crazy. I hadn't even thought about that. You wanted Boston swept. Oh, you don't like the Celtics. People in the stands are upset. Tatum going to the bench. Adebayo going to the bench. Everybody's going to the bench except Jaylen Brown because they shoot free throws, and he'll be out pretty soon, too. That's my guess. No matter what, positivity is key. Dean rooting for Boston. Oh, yeah. Rooting for Boston and the Lakers. And the Lakers got swept. Little take foul there to get Brown and the rest of the starters out of the game. Sorry, not a take foul, but, a foul on purpose. Arena emptied. They are somewhat of a big market style team where everybody leaves with a minute to go in the game, which is just, I don't know. Why would you do that? You spend all that money. Watch your team lose. Watch your team win. Just watch them till the end of the game. I don't know. I don't get that. Any upturned furniture? Does he rock a Heat jersey every time they play? All right, under a minute. Under a minute to go. And the clock has stopped. We still have not seen the court. It started and stopped again. There was a foul. We didn't even see it, which is that's pretty crazy. I know you're showing celebrities and stuff, but Peyton Pritchard trying to get warm for his 55 seconds here. Nah, he's just trying to get warm to shoot the foul shot correctly. Foggy. What's that mean? Jimmy Buckets knows he needs to make up for the game. No, they played well. The Celtics just like when what you have. Oh, there we go. I want to see this. So 3-0 series lead, 92 in a sweep, 44 in 5, 11 have ended in 6, and only 3 have gone to Game 7. I was wondering what, and that's out of 150, I guess now. Series that we know the conclusion of. No, they're not going to change too much, I think, because what they've been doing is working, and the Celtics just played a lot better. So, I mean, Spo and Jimmy and everybody, they know that some of the shots that they took tonight are going to go down, and they've been playing really hard defense. They were playing really well today. Celtics just started playing more like the team that they really are. So I don't know. Make up for it, like they didn't make mistakes that lost them the game here. It's just Celtics just played really well and hit a lot of shots. I mean, I know I'm rooting for the Celtics, so maybe that's a little biased. Oh, Pritchard just right to the rim easily, and that'll be it. If I were the Heat, I'd shoot it. I don't understand if you're losing while you dribble the ball out. I just don't understand it. Just take a shot. Let the winning team dribble the ball out. I don't get that. No emotion on the face of the Celtics. They know they still have a long, long way to go. But the season isn't over. So, see what happens Thursday. Which I presume is when the next game is. In those games, he watches in huge. He's a huge Cowboys fan. Watches those games in full attire. Are you talking about like a helmet too? What do you mean? This is huge for Nuggets. I don't know if it's huge, but it is impactful. I mean, they're going to get at least a somewhat more tired, slightly more tired team. Or, I mean, if the Celtics, obviously, an exhausted, somewhat exhausted team coming out of the East. But look, guys, we beat the Celtics in the finals. We don't want them to look like terrible. You know what I mean? That is a part of it. Like, I don't know. And the Heat have gotten back to where they were last year in the playoffs. The Celtics are getting back to playing. Maybe they finally respect this Miami Heat team a little bit. Getting back to playing, at the level that they wanted to be at. Nuggets want that Nugget gold. Yeah, Nuggets is a pretty terrible name, I have to say. But what can you do? Call them the Rockets, which is what I think there was a Denver Rockets team in the ABA at some point. I'm a gentleman? Why? What do you mean? Oh, cap, jersey, socks, and he has his beer and his Cowboys tumbler. Yeah, I don't watch football. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl this year. But don't let us get one. Don't let us win tonight. Yeah, chat a little Draymond Green, huh? Don't let us win this championship. Yeah, we did beat the Nuggets last year. They did not have the same team, and they wouldn't have been a 6 seed if they had. So it would have been, I don't know, later on in the playoffs if they had a healthy team. But we still got to see Nicole Jokic up close and personal, and that was that was awesome to see, and to see him basically be the same player, just with better teammates around him, and kind of rampage through a pretty excellent West, is it's just kind of ridiculous. You know? Well, next game is a must. You're right. The next game is a must-win for both teams, obviously. You know? So, Joe Mazzulla's "I Lost the Locker" was a mind game movie. Yeah, maybe made them seem like weaker than they were. There's a moment in Halloween 2018. I don't know if any of you saw that, where the Laurie Strode's daughter starts crying, says, "I can't do it, Mom, help!" And Michael Myers shows up because he thinks she's vulnerable, and it was a ploy, and she incapacitates him for 30 seconds or however long you can kill Michael Myers off. But I that is interesting if Joe Maz is doing something a little bit like that, Oh, handsome. Oh, that's very nice. Everybody's poking in the chat. Everybody. As long as they're being positive. That's great, Nicole. That's a great comment right there. That's a great comment right there. I'm not even going to read it. You can read it for yourself. We'll try to prevent it from blocking your face. No more Game 6, please. Well, I guess you're rooting for the. Oh no, you know what? I'm not saying Butler was too passive or whatever. He's one of those guys where it's kind of a Draymond like or Steph like, where it's just. I think he doesn't really care about his own stats at all. And sometimes, honestly, even for great players, like one of my favorites, Kobe, right? His own stats, him doing well himself, got him going and made him a better player and a better teammate. But Butler, he just doesn't care at all, I think. And it was just trying to feel out the game. And he kept them close until Tatum caught fire in the third and later in the fourth. So, any 49ers fans here? I guess, I mean, I'd be happy if the 49ers won. They played a Super Bowl not too long ago, I think. Obviously, we have the Rams and Chargers out here in LA now. Although, when I moved here, there was no football team at all in Los Angeles, which I thought was pretty interesting, And now you see some football stuff, but California, well, a little bit like the Philippines, It's just a basketball crazy state, I think. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just in my own little bubble here. Yeah. I can become a professional actor now, by the way, Nicole. I'm able to do it because I figured out how to cry on command. All I have to do is keep thinking about Kobe and Gigi and really everything they had left to give, and eventually I can get there. I'm not going to try right now, but yeah, definitely. Now, Blasian. No disrespecting great players. That's not what we do here. All right? It's not what we do here. Even if my voice cracked when I said that, it's not the philosophy of the channel. The Heat needed this loss. Maybe we should say that more about Warriors stuff, because I think it's so easy when you're so emotionally invested in a team to find it difficult to understand why your team lost. So, well, we could have won. Sometimes, I'm rooting for the Celtics. I love Jimmy Butler and Coach Spo and Heat culture and everything like that. But without the super strong emotional investment, without the super strong emotional investment, sometimes you just read the game a little bit better. You know what I mean? The emotional investment's a good thing. It makes you willing to still believe in your team and back up your team after they lose and after they get trashed on social media, and people are keep talking about the death of the dynasty, or I don't know, LeBron's a fraud or Kobe's a ball hog, and people defend their guys and their teams and everything. But that whole, maybe just the Heat needed a loss, just to get them back on, just because they hadn't been cut yet, had they? They hit the Celtics 3 times in a row, and the Celtics are bleeding from their lip, bleeding from their nose. They have swollen eye, and the Heat, they haven't been hit yet. Now they got a little punch in the face, So maybe they needed it. I still kind of hope the Celtics are able to pull it out. I really like that team, but that's something maybe to remember for next season when the Warriors are playing. Hopefully we won't play with the inconsistent effort, the foggy mind, and the lack of fiery passion that we had last year, especially on the road. And we'll play more like, Game 7 and Lakers series, like really, really high level energy, intensity, and cohesiveness, and have a little bit more health, of course. Of course. And Steph shot over Kobe. Are you talking about in the preseason? And Kobe gave him a little pat on the backside and said, "Good shot, rookie," or something like that. I guess he wasn't rookie. It's like 2013, but good shot, young fella. Battle of the top and the bottom, from the towering heights of the Rockies to the depths of the South Beach. I like it. DJ. Yeah. Well, and Kobe, he tore his Achilles facing the Warriors. And it was the last time the Lakers made the playoffs with him on the team, obviously. And that was the first of the Warriors' playoff run. So it's kind of really, honestly, Kobe passed his torch as the, outstanding tough shot making guard who seems to be able to just be totally unstoppable, and also now people compare him to Jordan, but Jordan was taking efficient shots from like 8 feet away a lot of times. Now they're triple teamed. He was jumping over them and everything. It was incredible. But Kobe was just getting smothered by these defenses and taking like 21-foot, triple pump fake fadeaways and stuff. And well, he kind of passed that torch to Steph. He was obviously more efficient, but just incredible shot making for dynastic team in California. A guy who hopefully I hope we get to see Steph play till 2029. It's 20 years in the league. All on one team. With 5, 6, maybe. Hopefully more than that. Championships. Hopefully. You can never say, but hopefully. Bruce Morrow is serious and mad now. Yeah. It's good though. Bruce, man, I hate rooting against Bruce. I really do. I hate rooting against Bruce. But at least it's only basketball. You know what I mean? Yeah. named your new black Pomeranian Kobe. Amy felt like she lost a boyfriend when she heard that worst news. Yeah. I was asleep and I had gotten a job and I was supposed to start on Monday. And I drove down to Huntington Beach in Orange County and drove back up the freeway as that fog was starting to roll in right up the 405, which is the same freeway that the helicopter was following until they got to Glendale or Burbank or something like that. And that was Saturday night. Got home and the fog was really, really thick. And I just thought to myself, man, I hope everyone out there driving is safe. I didn't even think about flying. And for some reason, I listened to a Blind Willie Johnson song called I Just Can't Keep From Crying Sometimes. Mostly because this was an office job and I was a little sad that I have to go. No, I like being on my feet and having a little bit more freedom of, I don't know, being able to sing songs while I wash dishes or joke around with people while, selling merchandise at Spirit Halloween or whatever. But I played that and I was tired, so I went to sleep and I was woken up by my my partner at the time. She was in the bathroom and she just started screaming, Dylan, Dylan, Dylan. This is my real name, by the way. Dean's a nickname. Kobe's dead. And I popped out of bed. I said, there's absolutely no way. What are you talking? No, that dude. No. The helicopter was about to crash and Kobe saved everybody on there, right? That felt more reasonable. See? I told you, if I thought about it long enough, I can be a professional actor. Now, so, I was, I don't know. I was in that fog driving up that same stretch of road a few hours, like maybe 12 hours before he crashed. And obviously the other people on the helicopter Blasian. I'm just gonna. I'm not even gonna talk about that, man. I'm not even talking about joking about people. Anyway, but the reason that I even love the Warriors, I've shared this story. Oh, well, the reason that I love the Warriors so much, I'd already been rooting for them because Golden State, that means California, West Coast, dynastic team trying to take some rings off of LeBron and especially away from the East Coast and I guess Great Lakes area, whatever you want to call it, Central East. But 2019, I really felt like the whole team played with that Kobe. Like, I don't care if I'm going to lose. I honestly don't even care. I'm just going to go out here and keep playing as hard as I can until either I'm broken, you beat me, or we win. Those are the three options. Like, I'm not losing this. I'm not rolling over. I'm not quitting. And the whole team played that way. And I don't think I'd ever seen that from another team. I don't think I've seen another team do it since, really. And I bet you it won't happen for quite some time. That 2019 Warriors run, just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. I know it's not a joke, but it is kind of a joke from a cartoon. So I just don't really want to talk about it, if that's all right with you, Blasian. But yeah. However, how do we get onto this topic here? I am stalling just a little bit to try and get to 8:20 so Rich can come join us. Because again, this is, man, I really, obviously I already had a ton of respect for Rich anyway, but this is hard, man. It's hard being on here 2 hours and almost 40 minutes. Yeah, I was humbled able to witness two legends in Kobe and Wardell to meet and face each other. Absolutely, absolutely, man. And to me, I'm not saying I dislike any other part of the country or anything like that, or Canada, but I just love West Coast basketball. So to have those two, and honestly to have KD, Shaq, LeBron, Kawhi, um, this very fun Kings team. I mean, it's just so much fun being in the West, and hopefully we get the Sonics back soon. Dame Lillard, Jazz been pretty fun. Got a dog named Kobe, legend out there, lucky dog. Yeah, good name. Maybe I'll name one of my my cats a nickname of Kobe. I do have to feed them soon too. But I think we were talking about Jimmy Butler's personality. He's one of those guys where I can just tell that behind all the toughness and everything, he's just having an absolute blast. Like playing professional basketball at the highest level in the playoffs is his favorite thing to do in the whole wide world, other than probably taking care of his family. And, of course, that comes before everything. But, your family or your loved ones, whether they're related to you or not. But other than that, I am sure there's nothing that he loves doing, more than playing these games. And that's just so awesome to see. It's so much fun to see. Give me 60 seconds. Oh, Rich, I don't know how you do this for 7 hours, man. Look, you guys have to appreciate Rich being able to do this for 7 hours on big games, and he only manages 5 to 6 hours the rest of the time. So, man, talk about a legend. It's Steph, Kobe, Magic, Rich, Jordan, Russell. Yeah, he's up there with all of them basketball wise for me. So yeah, exactly, Blasian. Yes, sir. Rich is the GOAT. It's unanimous. We all agree, Rich. Yes, sir. We do love Rich. We miss him. You guys should tell him that more when he's on. I mean, not that we miss Rich when he's there. That'd be a little strange, but Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Evans. Thank you very much. You yourself are also Jim. Rich arrived from LA after watching the Sweep, and he didn't come visit me? I don't think so. Suey, it's okay. Let's go Warriors equals GOAT Warriors YouTube channel. Yeah. I agree. And Rich is why. And, thank you for all your kind words about my humble attempt to keep the channel at the same caliber that Rich always has it. But I wouldn't be here if Rich didn't set up his style channel. Like, I just have no interest in being on Twitter, or something that resembles that. And a lot of you guys, you don't want every time the team has a tough loss, and you say, I still believe in the team, for dozens of people to just dump all over you, or, or to say, what are the stupid Warriors doing signing Klay to an extension, keeping Draymond, and it's 2021, and you're about to win the title next year. Thank you. But Rich is why I'm even here at all. Really, I'm not kidding. Really. So I'm just very appreciative that I found, in this day and age, especially, that I found a channel that I guess is a little bit Warriors team like, in that respect is first and foremost. And also you have to as long as people are being respectful, you also have to let people be who they are, and I'm so happy that, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I think I do have some pretty good choices of heroes. I think that's something where I think I've done a fairly good job. Here's the thing, okay? There's the Celtics and the Heat, Lakers and Warriors are the best organizations around. The Warriors are the most recent in terms of being really good, but I think the kind of ownership you see from Joe Lacob, with if we're able to keep Steph, obviously, of course, I mean, you have to keep Steph, Klay and Dre, I think that'll set up this organization like, look, we're going to be the Heat, the Lakers, the Celtics. We're just constantly competing, trying to find good players. There'll be years where we'll lose and we won't be spending that much money once Steph's retired. Joe Lacob's going to have the right to say, hey, look, man, I spent all this money way deep in the tax with Steph, Klay, and Dre here. It's been like 20 years of it, right? So there'll be some years when the Warriors will be down. But all right, Rich. Mr. Rich will be here in just a minute. Thank you, man. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's interesting. But my goal is to keep the Warriors. My goal, what I want to see from the organization, what I try and think of when I'm talking to you guys, is what's the best path forward. Not just, obviously, the first thing first is get Steph more championships, get Klay more championships, get Draymond more championships, get Coach Kerr more championships. But the other thing is, how do we sustain being at the top of competency, I guess, and remain just such a high class organization, like those are the three that I named. And the Lakers, they had some rough years, and yeah, they're in LA and everything, but trust me, we were not just the people I was talking to, Lakers fans I was talking to, we were not just like expecting, the team to, hey, there we go, to suck forever, because they've established that they know how to win. The same with the Celtics. The Celtics were real bad after the KG thing and before Brown Tatum stuff. They just weren't that good. But you knew, because the Celtics had the institutional knowledge of winning, that they were going to be able to do it. The Heat, they never go away. Simmons was right, man. They're the zombie Heat. They just, you think you put them down, and they, in the playoffs, they're back again. They're back again, and that is what we're trying to get the Warriors to do for the next 2 decades. And then we'll have a really terrible stretch where we just ran out of talented players, and, they have to rebuild a little bit. And then, because we know how the institutional knowledge to know how to win, and we're not just, resetting back to where we were. We this time is the Warriors, by the way. I know I always say that as if I'm on the team, but I don't know. It makes me feel connected with him, so I like it. But, yeah. Rich, did you see? Absolutely. Did you see Nicole's commercial? I started here.
No.
Yeah.
I will find it.
I put it in starred.
Oh,
Comments.
cool. Thanks. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so it's
nice
right.
feature.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Can I copy that? Darn it.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I can copy it. I'll have to go to YouTube and copy that link or just click on it. Where is this? Not that one.
That's pretty annoying.
What's annoying?
Well, you can't.
Yeah, be a good feature to have.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if you can control.
Oh, hold on. Oh, whoa. Oh, a couple. I'll just
I'm
on the wrong channel. My fault. Yep.
This is a little strange, but if you drag up so if you put your mouse underneath the comment and drag up.
Yeah, I can't copy the link though. I don't know if I did that or you did that. But anyways, I'm almost there.
Here's the commercial.
Oh, gonna have to scroll through. We can end that poll finally. Oh, people thought Miami was gonna win. Interesting. Let's see. I'll just scroll up and try and find Nicole's. Should be in blue. She's a blue wrench. Oh, it doesn't go that high. What? Oh, maybe it does. It's a beautiful commercial.
Sorry. I think I can get it for you, Rich.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Don't worry about it. I got it.
That's the thing. Oh, how did you get it, though?
I did what I was telling you.
Because if you go into YouTube, it stops. There's a limit of live chat you can scroll up.
Rich. I went underneath the comment and clicked and then scrolled up until it says you can star important comments to remember to discuss them during the show. And I was able to copy that, and I just erased everything else. Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
It's okay.
Oh, I see what you're doing. No. Yeah. That's how you can copy and paste. Interesting.
So it's kind of dumb.
It's a workaround, and it's in StreamYard, but that's cool.
Yeah. I can email it to if it's easier.
What I'll do is I'm just going to copy it into right here. Nicole on the commercial? Mellow Puerto Rico commercial. Right?
Yeah.
Carmelo Puerto Rico commercial. It is now.
Draymond, I believe, talked about this as a message to his son, I think.
So the link is also now in the description because I just copied it in there. So let's take a look.
All right.
I'm going to look over here because obviously if we play it, we'll get demonetized.
Sure.
Ooh.
And it played during the game too. Yeah. Really, really good fella, Carmelo.
Can you hear that or no?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I kind of like this comment. You mind if I put it up?
Go ahead. Put whatever comment you want.
Kind of feel more excited for this
nice.
offseason last year. Naturally, when you figure minor changes up to see wise progress. But the myriad of possibilities this offseason. Yeah, and the hunger too, I think, is another thing, really.
Yep. hunger for sure.
It's hard to tell guys how to get better if you're Coach Kerr or Decky, or any one of these guys when they just came off a title.
Yep.
Even if they say they want to, even if their heart is in the right place,
It's human nature.
It's human nature. It's like the Heat. The chance to make the finals isn't the same as the fear of your season is over at a sweep. It's just not, But now we have
nothing you can do about it.
Now we have a hungry team that lost in the second round, lost for the first time in the Western Conference playoffs since 2014, and the first time ever under Coach Kerr. Who must be watching Miami and seeing a team with the same regular season record with honestly less talent than we had out there. I mean, really, really good, tough players. But and seeing them, just play together incredibly well. And then, really, we're watching. People call them Golden State Nuggets. We're watching a team that's basically running a lot of our offense, right? A little bit with a great passing big and a guard who complements him perfectly by shooting incredible off the dribble tough shots. That sounds familiar a little bit, right? I don't know. Sounds kind of familiar to me.
Well, I did mention this to you offline. I was wondering, watching Jamal post up Dennis Schroder, if we had to do it all over again, why wouldn't we do that? Just post up Steph against Schroder and just kind of negate that whole matchup. So, yeah, I think
Steph. What about Klay, man?
No, but Schroeder's going to guard Steph, right? So.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
And
Klay's
got Austin Reeves on him, so.
Right, yeah. No,
but
you're right. That makes sense.
You can speculate all you want and all that, and what plays we should have run, what Steve Kerr did wrong, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm just going to always go back. We got the shots that we wanted. They were open. Klay just missed them.
Yeah.
Actually, Steph missed a couple in that first run.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do?
And we had real good chances in 2 games, I think, to win it, game 1 and game 4, and we won 2 games. So that's the series right there, right? 2 more wins, we win it.
Yeah.
So
we're talking, but how we got on this tangent was the similarities.
Yes.
Nuggets and Warriors. So yeah, there's some.
And also we just didn't play with the. Man, we just didn't play with the. If we had played with the intensity of the Heat, we would not have been a 6th seed at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we would have been the 2nd seed or 3rd seed. I can see the Kings and us competing for right underneath the Nuggets last year. And we'll get more vets too. We'll get more vets. Oh, no. Just gonna block all that stuff.
Oh no, I don't even want to see it. I'm typing in the notes.
Just spam. Go to Hawaii if you want to spam that much, man. Let's see. I want to make sure you get all that.
Does anyone get that?
I don't know.
Yeah, we maxed out.
We maxed out what our terrible regular season allowed us to max out, though. You know what I mean?
Right. I know, right? It's a different. It depends on how you define max out, right?
Yeah. We did not max out the regular season in any way.
In certain ways, I don't think we maxed out, right? Because we're still the same franchise and we still got to run it back. And I don't think we maxed it out, right? We still could have played better. So
Yeah, I mean,
it depends.
I do think we did max out what we were capable of doing, having come off that regular season, because that was an excellent Kings team. You know, and an excellent, I still think, an excellent Lakers team. But that's, you don't have to set regular season records that can tire you out a little bit, but you also have to, like, you really have to build the right habits throughout the regular season. You just have to.
I've been off the grid, and there's a good reason for that. But I've been off the grid for the last.
Oh, Blasian got the spam thing. He got what I meant by that. Sorry, what are you saying, Rich?
So I didn't know that Kerr was on 95.7, and by the way, they had a 95.7 like little Warriors fan get together in Walnut Creek at a vineyard or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
And one of the things that they tweeted out from it was that there was enough fans there being okay with not having Draymond next year. I'm sitting there going, why would you tweet that? Okay, tweet it out, get your clicks, but it shows the level of audience that you have. I wouldn't want to tweet that out, but okay.
I'm sorry. What?
Exactly, right?
What did you say?
Why would you tweet that out as, I mean, I get it, you want clicks and stuff. That's what I would do if I were a radio station, but your audience being okay, your audience at that event, great event, I'm sure. Any event that has John Dickinson there, great event. Bonte Hill, good, and I'm sure Bonte and John don't think this JD. They're not okay with it. We're not getting rid of Draymond. Are you crazy? But then to tweet out that our fandom thought we could move on without Draymond. Yikes! What are you thinking? There's no way. So
look, man, you just hope that Draymond doesn't listen to that stuff and he believes what he says and a lot of people really know the game. Just say, like, you don't really, a lot of these fans don't really like get what makes a winning team win. They get what makes a superstar. They understand that. But
people really
to win?
Still haven't.
You not get it yet?
The way I've said it before, the way Draymond is, that's a unicorn. That is not a pariah. That's a unicorn. You need that. And yeah, it comes with imperfections. So does Steph Curry, who here loves the fact that he throws the ball away 5 times.
Does what Draymond is able to do also unlock Steph Curry, maybe? I would say yes. I would say yes. We
would have lost the Pelicans game in the regular season, critical game. We would have lost that without Draymond being Draymond. So you want to get rid of that? We would have lost, and then we would have been in a play-in.
I'm not going to say that Steph wouldn't have any rings without Draymond, but he wouldn't have 4. I'm sure of that,
Yeah.
I mean, he's good enough where he could have won 1, 2, something like that. But 4 of them? Like, and Draymond obviously can't win championships unless he has Steph or someone like that around him too. I'm not saying that. That is true. But the dude is the ultimate winner. He does everything. He does everything that we need. Like, man, we asked him to guard. We asked him to guard De'Aaron Fox and then Anthony Davis 1 series apart. You know what I mean? And still run the offense like, I don't know, Scottie Pippen, Magic, LeBron. Well, not quite to that level because the scoring's not there and stuff. But I mean, just I need to take a break and feed my cats, Rich. I can't believe our own fans still don't get it.
Yeah, I know. But I don't want to leave on that note. We're doing our best to educate whoever's watching right now. I do want to say when I was driving on the way back, you were talking about Kobe. I'm sitting there going, bro, you are made for a podcast. You just have the right voice and everything. So we got to figure that out. And I've already told Dean, I want to bring you more into the fold of Let's Go
Oh,
Warriors.
thank
I
you.
don't mean just live streams. Let's talk about, let's brainstorm even with the audience that's here now. What do you guys want out of this channel? Because I had to go back and look at all of our videos, and um, if you've noticed, a lot of them are deleted. There's a reason for that that I don't want to get into right now with just the general public right now. I will say that there's people out there that want to see this channel eliminated for whatever reason. Maybe it's because they encountered a previous version of me that, as I said at halftime, maybe I tapped the dark side, Anakin Skywalker, too much, which is part of my, you know, part of my makeup. I'm trying to evolve and just take life in a positive manner, because you tap that negative part, someone might see an ugly side of you, even though you wanted control of that moment. They saw the ugly side of you, and now they're doing everything they can to take down your livelihood, take down your YouTube channel. Um, and that's too bad. I mean, they've got their own demons to work with, no doubt. But I'm sorry that, there was a point in my past where now you want to get me back for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I'm sorry that happened. But we move forward.
Yeah.
So getting back to the original thing, I was in my car listening to you talk about Kobe, made me want to contribute. What was I doing on that fateful day?
Yeah.
Um, you have a great voice for this, so let's get you on, and let's get you on. Well, let's figure that out. Let's brainstorm
All right. Thank you.
different, whether it's you, Monty Poole, as I've talked about ad nauseum. We will get him on here. I just want to make sure when Monty Poole's on here, can you guys guarantee me like 10,000 views, 12,000 maybe? We're getting 3, 4, 5 just with me and Dean. But if I want to really be able to go to show results to a guy like Monty Poole, and so
Yeah.
how do we build up to that? And maybe if he came on tomorrow, we would. I don't know, but
I think Monty has a big pull. Yeah. Pool can pull definitely.
yeah. Well, there's forces on Twitter that don't want to see that happen, or would scoff at it, or would, this, that, and the other thing. So I want to make sure we do it at the right time, and maybe it's during a stretch where we're able to get Monty, and then we're able to get whoever it may be, Tim Kawakami. Then we're maybe able to get Sam Amick, who's a buddy of mine. Consecutively, that would add to the novelty, to the awesomeness of having a Monty Poole. Just having, so how do you do that? So we're like the NBA. We're trying to figure out how to market our product better. So
Yeah.
now's the time to do it.
For
So
sure.
Dean and I will try and figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And
And the blue wrenches, of course, too.
Blue Ridge, yeah. Honestly, I think let's say the Heat beat Boston. I don't know. To me, it's total coin flip for the next game. But if that gets
It is in Boston
short,
too.
so it'll either be after Game 6, because by then,
Game 5.
hopefully I'll talk to Dean by tomorrow, and then maybe after Game 6,
Game 5.
when there would yeah, after Game 5. My fault.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
totally
No,
forgot.
just want to make sure.
Yeah, my fault. That's why you're here. Yeah. So after Game 5, if it gets cut off at 4-1 Heat, then we have what would have been Game 6 and what would have been Game 7. We have some days there where we can do an internal brainstorming session with the blue wrenches, which I had wanted to do a week ago, but I have some of your emails, and then we could do a little private session here and figure out how to proceed with the channel. It should be fun. But yeah, I know you got to go. Thank you for being on for 3 hours straight and for doing
no
play by
problem.
play. But
No problem.
man, you really, when you were on talking about Kobe, it was like, wow. I would love to have like a 24-hour podcast that adds a little bit here and there. This is really, nobody's doing that, right? Where when we're off live, people can go and it's more like inspirational. It's a Warriors channel, but then again, it's also an inspirational channel where it's kind of a combination of that. Imagine, you follow Instagram people that are motivational, and there's podcasts out there. Lewis Howes, is one of them. Jay Shetty, we would be the Jay Shetty Warriors version out there. But then because it's Warriors related, there's always news, and then you can, I don't know, maybe we throw in some artificial intelligence in there to kind of help us out, so we literally wouldn't have to have like Dean come up with 4 segments of 3 hours each, and Rich 4 segments of 3 hours. That's ridiculous. So we'd have somebody in there. You can get these AI technologies to recognize your voice and play it again, and then you give it a script. But all this news. Oh, Kaminga worked out in New York. What was that all about? I managed to hit up somebody in Kaminga's camp to talk about that, or maybe I didn't, but you just talk about it. And Moses Moody worked out at USF the other day. It was with X, Y, and Z. Just little things that add up to be a whole day, and then people can just tap in anytime because it's constantly running. That's an idea. So we got that. Or just do traditional videos.
Well, I know that with Spotify, it's possible to do a podcast and with video, where you get where you can upload 2 different streams and people can watch it with the video. And I think it's possible. Some channels, they do audio only is free and the video is paid. So if you wanted to watch that, which probably would mean a little bit more video content. I'm not sure what that would be. But that's a possibility too, I think.
Yeah, we'll see.
24-hour podcast sounds a little daunting, but you know what?
Daunting. I mean, daunting for us, but as long as it's not daunting for somebody out there that wants to, think if there were more Amy's out there.
Definitely.
Or even like I said, I was driving, I was hearing your voice talking about Kobe, and I was thinking, maybe I want to bottle this up and have it available for me to listen to, tomorrow morning or something.
Yeah.
Right. So something like that.
I'm down for it, Rich. Absolutely.
So we'll see. Thanks, Nicole, for the info. It's good info to have. And also mentality, it's okay to disagree on Draymond Green, the asset. So
I don't think was he? I don't think he did.
No, I don't know. He said he would be okay if Draymond left, and we were that was kind of overlapping into, oh no, he's not leaving, that kind of thing. So it's all good. But I don't want to keep you too long. I know you're drained. I know the feeling. So if you need to go, no problem. I just want to make sure you left on a good note, which is, dude, you belong on a podcast. You do.
Oh, thank you, Rich.
You do, man.
Well, I mean, look, you can talk about hard work or whatever, but it's easy doing what you love. Like, right. I don't know,
Yeah. No, but like I know my voice is like, I'm not the most, but your voice fits, man. It
Oh,
fits.
really?
Yes.
I never like listen to my own voice, but thank you, Rich.
Nobody
Thank you,
does, but I
yeah,
think
that's true.
I think I could listen to your voice for a while.
Thank you,
know?
man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thanks. If you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm gonna stay on maybe 10 more minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna feed my cats and just take a quick bathroom break. If you're still on, I'm happy to close it out. If not, then thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, trusting me. I know I've been on here as a co-host and everything, but trusting me when you're not even here to remain in that
that epitomizes
the
the
Let's Go
whole.
Boys. Yeah.
For you, I had no issue with that at all. Not even one hesitation.
Really? Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Because I know I can be a little. I can. You said sometimes my hot takes go over your head yesterday when I was talking about Magic Johnson's skillet, and I meant skill
No,
set,
but
but
they're
whatever.
super original though.
But thank you very much, Rich. That's very nice of you. I'll tell my parents, and they'll be very proud of me. So,
cool, man.
All right.
Cool. Thank you, Nicole, for the info. I'm going to
see
gather
you.
that info.
See you in a few minutes.
Okay, see you in a few minutes, or maybe not. I might
or
by then because I'm starving.
Or game 5. All right.
Yeah, game 5. We'll definitely be on. Let me put the next live stream.
I hope everything went well for you in what you were doing, Rich. And I know you're going to talk about it.
Oh, there's good and bad, you know.
Yeah, sure.
It's a roller coaster.
That's life.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Pacific.
Just us.
Just us, yeah. Game 5, Miami, Boston. That's the next live. Let's just do this. Let's remove that. Let's get my background. It's funny because when I'm on here alone, it's like, oh, my head is too big. No, that's not working. But then when I was out in my car watching YouTube on a tiny little screen like this, it was fine. So, so now I don't feel as self-conscious to do this. At least I can do this. We'll have my little security blanket here, which is Steph Curry is signed until 2026. My little security blanket there. I did want to tell you my get a green screen, but we don't need one because we have StreamYard here in the back. Updates on the Warriors this offseason. No updates. To me, again, it's going to be Bob Myers. Bob Myers is supposed to be on doing his exit interview in terms of the exiting the season. Not that he's exiting. That is, call it exit interview. Bob Myers is supposed to do his, just like Steve did 3 days ago or whatever it was. So Bob is supposed to do his anytime now. But whatever one he does, whether it's on 95.7 KNBR, I'm not sure if he's on KNBR. Maybe it's just 95.7. The next one Bob is on, whatever it may be, that's an important one. And we'll talk about it when the time comes. A thanks mentality. So that's the update. Let me check my email real quick to see if the Warriors sent out anything about Bob Myers taking the podium. Let me see. Let me just search on Myers. Nothing. Yeah, so the last time Warriors general manager, president of basketball operations, who is currently in Chicago, will speak to the media next week upon his return to the Bay Area. And this was last Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, and today is that next week. Therefore, we can expect Bob Myers to be on here anytime. Expect Bob Myers at Chase Center podium interview, exit interview, tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday, obviously. Yeah, I decided to just come on because Dean started talking about Kobe, and I want to share my Kobe story, which was just something simple. I wanted Miami to sweep Boston, so the offseason. Well, that's the thing is, the final schedule was set in stone, and I believe they do that just because it's TV networks and it's advertising deals and it's billions of dollars. So if you're ABC, you want to make sure that your advertisers know when the finals is going to be, so they can run game one advertisement A1 at that particular time or whatever. Do I think Bob has a reason to wait? Actually, no. I think he will. I'll type it in here. I think Bob will take the podium sooner than later, so as to lessen the mystery of who's making the next draft pick. Who's making the draft pick? So that would be end of June. So take podium end of May. Makes sense. I don't know. They did say next week, so. Oh, also, it might just be a. Actually, I should type that. I ran out of characters. Also, it may just be titled as a Chicago Combine Q&A, you could say. Yep, NBA Finals is set in stone. So game one is June 2, no matter what. Draymond is waiting on Bob's. Yep. That would definitely be the smart thing to do. Myers said last time he was on the podium, the phrase "don't make a decision until you have to." So he's referenced that, and they've shown that lots of times with contracts that they sign. The whole Anthony Lamb one, wait until you absolutely need to sign them, and then you sign them. So that's another example. These are good things I should put in the comments. Not the comments, the description, which will then be copied to the comments after we're done. So sometimes take a look in the description. You might find your name in there. Parth, for example. What else did we want to talk about? Chain reaction. Yeah, I've called it dominoes. Bob is the first domino to fall. What else did you guys talk about previously? Just us. Hand pink waving. I wish they actually showed the. Do they? I wonder. Can I do that? Let me try that. Let me try this within StreamYard. Let's see if this works. Where's my hand pink waving? Is there one? I haven't updated to the latest iOS, or have I? I know there's new emojis. Maybe I should just search. Is there search? There it is. Hand waving. No, hand pink waving. Oh my gosh. So the MacBook doesn't have hand pink waving yet? What a travesty. Let's talk about that for the next half hour. Just kidding. Craziest things we talk about. There's no hand pink waving on the MacBook. Do I need to update? That sucks. It does show up in the live chat on YouTube, obviously. StreamYard cannot read it. What if I just copied that? Let me try and copy these 4. Paste it in the StreamYard. No, it doesn't. It comes up with hand pink waving. Crazy. Oh, I almost forgot. I got to save the links that Nicole sent. Copy link address. So 324 mark on the 95.7 Warriors event where the audience was cool with not having Draymond anymore. Is that the link, or is that the Steve Kerr link? Yeah, that's the link. And then you sent me the Steve Kerr one. So we got to copy that one. And that goes here. And that's at the 325 mark. On Kerr coming on 95.7. And shoot, now I forgot what he talked about. He talked about what did he talk about? Whoops. Draymond? No. I wish there was a way to sort by commenter so I could just sort Nicole's comments. Here you go, Rich. Bonte is a huge advocate. Yeah, and that one, the Warriors Summit. What was the Steve Kerr? What does Steve Kerr say on 95.7? I missed it completely. Oh, said that he wasn't expecting. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Found it. Saying he wasn't expecting for the front off. Yeah, I think that's. I don't want to speculate too much. But I think that tells you maybe that what that tells you, maybe what he's saying, reading between the lines, is they are confident Poole will figure it out. Oh, and by the way, remember I was saying how I had to go back through all of our videos, at least until I started doing more of these live streams. And after the mental and physical toll of going to every single game, going to every single road trip, finally made me conclude that doing more live streams from a central location is probably best for my own health, let alone the channel. Because that's the price you pay. If a channel is going to have on the scene, video recaps of Steph Curry shooting around at practice. Well, do you know how much energy and how much commitment it takes to get to that spot, even if it's just Chase Center? So all that energy to get there is not enough energy to do more, which is to maybe report on the fact that you have a tiny little bit of information about Jonathan Kuminga working out in New York or Moses Moody working out in USF. Not that that's anything that special. It's just the fact of reporting that at all. There's not enough energy to go around for all of that because all your energy's already spent making sure the shot of Steph Curry practicing is pristine. Not that that would happen at the same time, because we're talking an in-season event, which is him shooting around at practice, and an off-season event, which is Moody and Kuminga working out. Also, say other things that are going on. Aisha went golfing with him. They're in Hawaii. So they're in Hawaii. Maybe they're gone by now. I don't know, but they were golfing in Hawaii. That's definitely Hawaii. where they were. I could not figure out exactly which golf course, though, unfortunately, but it's all signs are pointing to Hawaii. I think somebody out there knows what golf course that was. And I wanted to tell you my Kobe story, which was I was running my basketball league of all days. For him to pass away was during a Sunday when we were running the basketball league. Someone in the stands suddenly goes, "Oh my gosh, Kobe's gone," right? And then obviously me being the OCD journalist, I'm like, "Where'd you get that from? You seen that on Twitter? Where are you getting that from?" Because there's mass misinformation out there. Our society has a massive problem with misinformation out there. So I'm like, where did you hear that? And he's like, "Oh, I don't know. Let's see." And then finally I look at my Twitter because I'm following all the people that would actually know. And then when you double check that, oh my gosh, it's that person. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Shams. It wasn't this, that, the other guy. It was some other guy that has enough of a reputation as a good journalist, reputation as enough of solid sources. It's not a guy you hear from every day, but it was him. And I'm like, okay, if this guy tweeted it, then it's true. And we can trust his source. And then it was sad. And then we were just all shocked. We're trying to play basketball and we're shocked. So that was my Kobe day. Oh, thanks, Blasian. Yeah, we are the Kevon Looney of Warriors media. That's pretty cool.
Draymond was talking about how people were saying, "Oh, you didn't play the same way against LeBron and AD as you played against the other guys." And it's like he eventually ended up saying something like you guys, like, fans really need to know, like, I forget exactly what he said, but basically,
LeBron and AD are freaking good.
Well, LeBron and AD are good. Also, Draymond poked LeBron in the eye in a playing game like 2 seasons ago. And it was very physical with him. And, but the main thing is he was saying something like, you guys need to be more positive and like try and educate yourself or something. It's like, bro.
Oh, really? I got to
look. He doesn't have to come on our stream so much because
he said something that we embrace.
But invite Rich on your podcast, bro. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. Let's do it.
Well, he's, we're somewhat connected on Instagram. So sometimes when I send something I feel is really different about us and positive, I'll send it to him. I'll tag it to him just so that he can see it.
And he's a busy guy, I'm sure, but I also know that he's the kind of person who appreciates people who are trying to be real students of the game. And that's, talking about Kobe, there we go. He was one of the great students of the game ever. I mean, he asked everybody. Apparently, he was the only person to go to Bill Russell, the only NBA player, say, I scoured through his autobiography, Second Win. I just asked him a bunch of questions. And Russell's like, you're the only one to ever ask. This is a guy who won 11 titles. And Kobe was the only NBA player to ask him, like, hey, how did you do this and that? And it was decades later, So just being a student, get Draymond, incredible student of the game, obviously, So I can see why there's that connection with you and Dre, just sharing positive like stuff with one another, And
yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great.
Yeah, definitely.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
It's not impossible though. I mean,
He's
you feel like he'd be a great fit to come on this channel for however long he wants, 10 minutes, an hour, like it doesn't matter. Just, like let's go. Let's chat about how to be knowledgeable, positive, real fans without also being delusional and kind of.
Oh, I guess we should try and get Draymond's mom. That's a lot more doable. But we'll see. Again, we'll see.
I mean,
she's said that she wouldn't mind coming on. It's just that I need to be in a rhythm and a groove myself. You talk about Klay Thompson needs to be in a rhythm. Jordan Poole needs to be in a rhythm. I need to figure out how to establish that rhythm, keep it going as well. So stuff to talk about.
This is often a very free-flowing thing. You probably want a little bit more structure just to make her feel comfortable.
Exactly.
Because I'm not sure if she's been on doing. She could always ask for some tips from her son, of course, how to handle being in the media. But,
very good point. That's stuff I want to talk about later. And definitely. Also, it takes time and energy and having a plan to seek people, even Monty Poole, who is a phone call away type of guy, and he would just come on here just as a favor for me, regardless of how how disorganized or organized we made it.
It's not disorganized; it's just free flowing. And Monty Poole's a veteran in the media game. That's so. I was just thinking more for Miss Babers.
But you want to kind of have that professionalism and structure behind everything as well. So those are things we got to figure out.
Sure. Makes sense. Yeah.
Taking it from idea, and it's not just an idea, it's a doable idea, to execution and implementation. And also, maybe we have other more pressing priorities. You never know. So to talk about all those things would be good.
Definitely.
I've thought about actually starting another channel, just to have another one we can jump to, just in case. So how would we build the other channel? What would be different about it? And there's a lot you can do, though.
Sure.
I've been looking into this artificial intelligence thing, and there's a lot of creative things you can do that I would sit there and consume as content. Be kind of
interesting
stuff.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So all of that is really cutting.
Well, I'm interested, as I've told you guys, I think before, in trying to do, as if all the great players were available for a draft or something, or the top 30. Let's say there are 32 teams that we're expecting in the league with Seattle and Vegas. The top 32 players, and then you look into who they were, but you're also trying to imagine like where they're, which is very much a mental, a mental exercise or whatever. But just as a way to appreciate, like, if you had the 5th pick in an all-time draft, what would you do? Just because the GOAT debate is so boring now, it's so played out. I either want to do that or like, what's your if you were going to pick a roster of 15 players, who would you pick? And I don't know, just things to do with NBA history like that,
Oh, okay.
Like I'll give you one. That George Mikan, from being a professional basketball player, won 4 championships in a row, broke, I think, his shin or something and played on it, and then lost that year, and then won 3 more championships, retired, and came back in a totally different game with a shot clock and still made the playoffs. Like, people don't ever talk about George Mikan, but he founded what a superstar is in professional basketball.
Wow.
So just things like that, and more of an appreciation and like an analysis of the greats today and the greats in the past, rather than this such a boring, just like, well, this guy's better than that guy. Okay, what if you have the 5th pick though? You're not getting Jordan or LeBron, so who are you going to draft? Or I don't know, whatever, something like that. But I don't know.
Mikan reference, man, I could just picture Draymond being, if you pop that out during a conversation with Draymond, he'd be impressed.
Popped what out?
The George Mikan reference. That's something he doesn't know, I'm pretty sure.
Well, he was saying something about Dolph Shays one time. I went,
really? Well, okay.
He's like, no offense to Dolph Shays, but
That's crazy.
I'd be like, bro, but it's Dolph Shays was 6'8", he could rebound, and he had a set shot that he could shoot from 40. He'd be like, no. I'd be like, yeah. But I just love talking about that type of stuff, because I guess it's sort of an analysis of intangibles, and kind of how would you say it? The love of like roster building and chemistry and really understanding different subtle skill sets and things like that. It's hard for casual fans to just jump into it because they don't know they don't know things like that about George Mikan or how Elgin Baylor played or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
but if you get to learn it, right, or if someone's telling you it in an entertaining way, you have just suddenly this way broader knowledge and appreciation of the game. I think that's just so much more fun than kind of only knowing the guys who you were alive to see. And like a lot of people don't even know that much about the 80s anymore. They don't think Magic Johnson was, would be able to play in today's league. Wait a minute. You don't think Magic Johnson would be able to play in today's league? Come on now. Like that, that's something that I want to make sure people are able to take away from whatever we're talking about. It's just like basketball is a continuation of everything that's come before and creates everything that comes later. It always has been. Everything is like that, I guess, but particularly basketball with just the such strong generational differences in the way the game is played. I mean, you go back to 2008 and it's way different than 2016, which is way different than 2023, 24, whatever. They're not dissing him. They just don't even know. Well, you can't shoot. Like, you don't know that Magic Johnson had an absolutely killer, like 20-foot mid-range jump shot, and he started leading the league. And he was one of the first players to really emphasize shooting a lot more threes to increase his scoring average. Bird was already doing it anyway because that's just who Larry Bird was. Magic actually started doing that after Kareem declined and then retired. Yeah, I want to do a retro show. Yeah, a little bit.
Steve Kerr mentioned Magic.
He's so great.
I don't know if you saw that on the channel. It's still on there. One of the few I didn't delete. Last week's interview, Steve went on there talking about Klay. Was it? I think it was that interview. It could have been the one with Tim Kawakami, which I still haven't written about on the website. My bad. But the one on our channel with Steve Kerr, he was asked about Klay, and he's talking about how Klay needs to evolve his game. Magic Johnson evolved his game.
Yes.
Became a 90% free throw shooter. And
yeah.
So just interesting. You mentioned Magic. So did Steve. And also, just in, Jaylen Brown, we want to come back to Miami. Quoted without much context. But I wouldn't look that far, buddy. I think the basketball gods don't like that one.
Jaylen Brown said that?
Yeah, yeah. Just focus on the next game. Don't worry about coming back to Miami. I wouldn't have said that, but it's a quote that's going around Twitter right
Yeah,
now.
there's a fine line between like we want to compete at the highest level and keep it together, and it's like inspiring your teammates like let's come back to Miami, and like we're going to come back to Miami. You know what I mean? So
Right. No,
I
it's
mean,
it's it's not a big deal. It's just one of the things that when you say it, I'm over here going, knock on wood. If I was rooting for you, I'd be knock on wood. And so don't make me knock on wood.
yeah,
If you get me
right.
to a
I
point
get
where I'm
that. I
knocking
get
on
that.
wood, then that's trouble. And I've been there so many times.
Yeah,
Is you just go into a game and we got this, we got this. But then no, you don't. You have to go out and earn it and everything. So don't look ahead, just look at the next possession. But yeah, it's probably out of context. Twitter. They like to. That's why
sure.
it's making its rounds. Oh, did you see what Jalen Brown said? Gotta be careful of that too. Well, I'm ready to go. How about you?
Oh, it's up to
Drazen
you, Rich. Yes. Oh, yeah. Drazen Petrovic. Um, remember him? He died before I was born. Unfortunately, I think it's around '94. But I have seen tape of him, and it's really too bad that he died in a car crash. Poor fellow. But it's kind of too bad that he wasn't around to really be great. I know in the Olympics he was unbelievable. He was unbelievable. In fact, I think John Stockton said he was the only one who wasn't actually afraid of us. He just wasn't afraid. I mean, I don't know why you would have been afraid of the dream team, because you're probably going to lose, so you have nothing to lose. But he was really great, and I think had he lived and had Mr. Sabonis Senior, Arvidas Sabonis, had he come in earlier, that would have probably kicked off an even earlier international influx into the NBA that obviously happened anyway. But yeah, yeah, he was great. He was a great player. I want to call him legendary. It's just he seemed to have the ability to compete on an incredibly high level. Once he was yeah once he was I guess he was on a finals contending team in Portland, but it was really when he went to the Nets, I think, that he really took off. Yeah, Drazen Petrovic. Is he one of your favorites, Blasian? Well, I love talking about this stuff. To be fair, I do mostly know about the players who made the finals or won championships and things like that. But whenever you speak about that, someone brings up someone else that they love that isn't talked about enough, and um, I think that's uh, you know, I think that's how you get back to really having a wide and deep, like, most of the time in music, if you like a certain genre, you're gonna look for other people who you like. You're not gonna just cut everybody out and say, no, that's I'm only fans of these. Now you might say I like this band more, but I think huh, I think that whenever you can really, really, like, just we've heard this a lot. Don't appreciate LeBron while he's around. Appreciate Steph while he's around the league. Appreciate you hear that a lot, but it's really true. Because it makes you a better basketball viewer and student, I guess. So still love watching the Rich is calling for the night. Yeah, I don't mean to keep you away from your food, Rich. We can go, but I guess
you want to stay, you can stay. I'm gonna go eat dinner.
It was hard. It was hard enough with the game on for me to go by myself. So again, I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you do it. 6 hours, a broadcast for every game, every big game. But, yeah, that's why you're the number one option, man. I don't know how Steph shoots that way, but he can. So I'm gonna keep feeding him the ball.
Honestly, it's just you learn so much more after hearing everybody talk on the podium. So.
That's true. Yep, absolutely.
But all right. So again, next live is in less than 48 hours. What is that? 44 hours. And just us. 1, 2, 3.
Just us, baby. Yep, 5:30 on the 25th.
Just us.
Make sure you're there. And please splash the like button.
Thanks, everybody. See you later. Take care, Dean.